What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant 2's Patreon ep. The flagrancy was palpable before we started this podcast. Man. I mean, I think we'll carry it in. But it was... I've never had a conversation that was too crazy even for Patreon. And this was too crazy even for Patreon. Not because of like how flagrant it was, but because of the cost.
The cost, it's not worth it.
The cost. The cost is so high.
Yeah,
I almost want to talk about it.
Nah, because the risk, it doesn't. The reward for the listener would be like, oh, that's the big deal, and then in our lives it would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're talking about not feeding your dog. How sometimes you just don't want to feed your dog. And they really want to get fed.
They really want to get fed.
They want to get fed. And then there's some of us that they love feeding their dog so much.
I love my dog, yo.
You do love your dog a lot.
Dog want to eat, dog want to eat. Even if you're not hungry, you might get fed. You know what I mean?
You didn't call the dog bitch? That's the perfect time to call.
I was like, well, dog is a boy. We had a dog. Yeah, so.
No.
Oh my God.
In all seriousness, we're here, Flagrant 2, Patreon. And what's up, family? How y'all doing, man? We appreciate y'all. You know, we top 20 in the game. We're about to be top 10 in the game. Did we step it up?
I see we're on 13th right now.
Word?
13th.
We already jumped up 7 spots? Mm-hmm. Suck my dick. Mm-hmm. To whoever needs to hear that, suck my dick. Someone needs to hear that today. 6ix9ine been in prison too long. Suck my dick.
The real is back, bro.
Real talk.
The real is back.
We had lucky number 13. All right, let's go then. Fuck it.
That was the funniest thing when we were walking over.
Yeah. What happened?
And we were walking over, and then some dude, he was like, he turns around, he's like, all you niggas is pussy.
Yo, wait for it. We're like, oh shit, a fight's about to start. And then we look at who he's talking to, and it's just 4 girls go, what are you talking about? Da, da, da. He said that to 4 women.
Wow. Guys don't have game no more.
Yo, that's 2 funny things to call a woman.
Yo,
N-word and a pussy.
Yeah.
Alright, pussy.
Yo, son.
And what?
Real talk. I want to start this up. I want to start flagrant thought, because here's my flagrant thought. It will probably get cut out of Brilliant Idiots, but this is the flagrant thought that I had.
That's why
we were talking about the Rodney Reed case. You know Rodney Reed?
Yeah.
So Rodney Reed, for those of you guys who don't know, I don't give a fuck to explain. You're going to have to Google it.
Just Google it, bro.
So basically, it turns out that the girl that was killed, that allegedly was killed by him and assaulted and like raped or whatever like that, had a husband who also raped her. Mm-hmm. And then, so on a podcast, I was like, you know, she got a type. You know?
hey, you know they say, fool me once,
shame on you.
Fool me twice, shame on me. It's like, how your husband and your side dude, because she was cheating on her husband, how your husband and your side dude assault you? Like,
you know what's funny? The husband and the side dude probably.
Am I wrong?
Yo,
the husband and the side dude probably looking at each other like, I know, right?
Both of them are like, this bitch be faking, I swear, yo. Son, it's not wild.
No, but she dead, right? So his first husband was probably like, I was with you to a point, but you took that shit a little far, B.
Hold on, you just spit all over me.
I be spitting sometimes, my bad.
Juicy mouthed it, yo.
Listen, because you don't got no lips. Keep that spinning, bro. I be keeping all this spinning with these little, with them shits right there. Who can do the loudest?
Nah, it was not good.
Nah,
my shit slap
harder,
my shit
dog.
slap,
I think it's because your shit is so small.
Hold on. I gotta lick my lips. I gotta lick them to get that real, right? Hold on. You ready for this? You ready? Oh, shit!
How was that, fellas? You got the ear.
That was kind of mid.
Go.
Kind of mid?
Go.
All right, you got it.
That was a little. That wasn't as good as the last one.
You dipped into it like it was.
Dipped into it.
Trash. That shit was
Yo,
bad.
put your headphones on, Ed. Now you're gonna judge the fucking pop, yo. Eden, stop being gay, yo. Put on the headphones. Listen to
I want you to hear my
fucking
lips,
pop
yo.
lips.
Oh,
Cass slapping right now.
Oh yeah, I got the hang of that shit now. Hold on, my shit wet.
Kaz, you got the best.
Listen, man.
Cass Black, yo.
Damn, bro. Black ass lips came in to help you right
That's what
there.
happens when you feed your dog, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Anyway, that was my flagrant thought. What y'all got?
God damn.
All right, so we got Disney Plus, right? My girl be watching all these movies from like the 90s. And I
Yeah,
realized
yeah.
Disney mad progressive. Like,
Okay.
like she's watching this horrible ass movie about women basketball players, and the coach was a Chinese. He's a Chinaman.
Dude,
A China dude.
Oh wow.
China dude.
Like it's mad diverse. They had like a Cinderella where Brandy is Cinderella and then the lead is Asian.
I remember
That's
that.
the love
yeah.
interest.
Uh-huh,
And I'm thinking, yo, Walt Disney, mad open-minded, loves every race, creed, color, sexual orientation, gender, but he still hates Jews.
Yes.
So at a certain point, it starts making you think, like, maybe it's y'all. You know what I mean? Like, ain't that the thing? I mean, this guy loved everybody but you.
Is this the name of the podcast?
Maybe it's you.
Maybe it's you.
I mean, listen. A broken clock is right twice a day.
I had to say that flagrant thought for the Patreon.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Just to give some context of what Akaash was talking about, Walt Disney was a Nazi sympathizer. That's why Akaash was saying that.
I hear that. I got
Okay,
a thought.
go. Yeah.
So the Grammy nominations came out today, and there's a lot
Motherfuckers
of
act
people.
like they won a Grammy with their nomination.
Yeah, you know, but
They on Twitter like, I'm nominated to lose. Fuck you bragging about losing for?
I don't know why. Like, I mean, it's people. It's weird because this whole week, right? If you was on social media, like Lizzo and Ari Lennox had a thing about the Soul Train Awards, right?
And what happened with that?
So Ari Lennox was nominated for a Soul Train Award
Right.
for a Shea Butter Baby, and she
Lizzo was
lost.
nominated for a Soul Food Award. This fat bitch.
I was going somewhere different,
That was good.
but that was great.
And
Fuck.
and Lizzo beat Ari Lennox at that award, and you know Lizzo's kind of more of a pop sound, so she felt some way about it. So the Grammy nominations came out today, and you know me and Wale are really good friends, and I really thought On Chill was gonna get like a Best Rap Song collaboration. I'm like, oh, that's in the bag. You got that. It's #1 record, doing well. That's in the bag. He didn't get it, and kind of feel bad for him, but like I've always noticed that when you come out, like when you're like, I don't know.
Wale's gay? Son?
Yeah, that's
Yo,
what I was
I was
thinking.
about to say, like, like Lil Nas X, 4 nominations, Tyler the Creator. They wouldn't even invite him to the Grammys years ago. Now that motherfucker's up for Album of the Year. So I'm here to tell you, me and Wale gay. So
Why'd you bring yourself
Yeah,
into
why
it?
you-
You can't even get the Grammy.
recorded- I mean, that's what
award
friends
you
do,
want?
bro.
Yo, that's
What are,
commitment, bro.
what are friends
Yo,
for,
we're
man?
gay
Like,
together.
yo, we are gay together. Go and do a recount to the Recording Academy, and I think y'all should reconsider On Chill for
Let's
a
cut
Grammy
this up as a
nomination.
promo and put it out online.
Listen.
Get Wale some industry buzz.
Yeah, we
Does
gotta
anybody
get-
knows why?
What? Say it. Say it.
No, I was just
anybody
gonna
knows
keep going.
Wale's
I was gonna keep
insides-
going in as since we're
If
gay
anybody
now.
knows what Wale's esophagus feels like, it's me, Cash. Where do you think I learned how to?
Shit, juicy mouth there, bro. But
Wale is one dog that ain't hungry.
we gay
Motherfucker's
together,
fat.
bro. I'm jumping on the landmine for the team. So
Damn,
Recording
bro.
Academy,
But
they need
this
to
is-
reconsider.
This is better for Wale's woe is me.
Dog, I told him, like, yo,
Shit.
just tell him you're gay, bro.
You might have to be more than gay. You might have to be
Gay
trans.
or fat. Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
You think? Oh, that's right. Lizzo's
About to talk.
fat, and then the other girl's fat too.
Yeah, you got to be fat or gay, or like have a story in which you combine both in some way, shape, or form.
Yo, I gotta say, I gotta give it up for black people, man. Cause y'all make some confident fat bitches, bro. Real talk, dog.
Bro,
Nobody makes confident fat women
I'll tell you.
like black people, bro.
Listen,
Who?
like I've gotten
Name
to the
a
point.
confident fat white.
Son,
Roseanne?
every confident,
Adele?
I mean, every fat
No,
white
it's not fat no more.
just walks into a black club because she thinks she can fuck every man there.
She can.
That's confidence.
She's going there because she's insecure.
Why?
because she's like, no one will fuck me except these guys.
Yo, white girls. I was having this talk with somebody yesterday.
Back up. Confident, fat chicks.
Confident fatties.
Name a
It's a Chris Rock bit from like early 90s, late 90s,
What is
early
it?
2000s, bigger and blacker.
Yeah.
Nobody
what you're
got
trying to
confident. We in a
say.
world where nobody likes who they are except fat black women. They're like, yeah, I got a gut. There's some good pussy under this gut.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The whole bit.
I think what you're saying is the white fat women play the odds better. They just go and
Oh,
be
so you don't
around.
disagree with Chris Rock?
Yeah, but
Oh, what Chris Rock says. That's what I'm gonna start all my opinions with. Just do it like of a famous person said. Yo, matter of fact, Jesus once said.
he said, I was talking to Eddie Murphy the other day.
Yeah.
He said,
Anyway,
Yeah.
so but it's so true, man.
yeah.
So
Yo,
why is it that they're so
fat black
confident?
women are so
Amy
confident,
Schumer?
they give skinny white women confidence.
Here's the thing: Amy Schumer is not fat.
She was just pregnant.
She's not. She's not fat. We're talking about like there'll be a chick that's a black chick would be obese.
Also-
Lizzo out here obese.
Lizzo's obese. Well, technically, we're all a little obese, but Lizzo's the most obese.
Son, Amy Schumer is just thick.
So, all right.
What kind? This ain't thick. Hold on. Wait, scroll
She's
up.
not like
Scroll up.
she has different
That's
She was
right.
pregnant there.
times.
She's healthy.
What
Healthy's a
about
good
that
word.
other?
She's healthy.
She
That
fat,
other
but she ain't
actress,
Lizzo.
the one that
Anyway.
looks just like her, the other fat white actress.
Also, Amy's not actually confident, I would say. I think Amy
That
probably
is
hates
true.
herself.
Oh, you
more
think?
than-
Oh,
Look at this. She looks like Eden.
No, but she cute
Yo,
though.
considering her weight, she got good toes,
That's
though.
what I'm saying. Yo, that, well,
Yo, the amount of weight them things got to support, bruh.
Son, look at that right there. Bro.
How long? How long you think she gonna have those?
What'd you say? How long is she gonna have all of them?
How long you think she have those?
That's so good.
Wait a minute, hold on. Look at that headline. Former Postmates driver sues Lizzo after singer accused
Yeah, she went on a Twitter rant about like.
her of stealing food order.
oh my god.
Oh, my God.
Yo, this is
That's not something you want to be sued for, especially if you're big. What do you mean? Like if you're a fat girl, like you can't sue for. Well,
She probably ate it.
I apologize for putting that girl on blast. I understand I have a large following. Are you describing them? Or
double
and there were
entendre,
so
bro.
many variables that could have put her in danger. I'm gonna really be more responsible with my use of social media and check my petty and pride at the door.
Word. Good for you, Lizzo. I mean, to be a big girl, she's cute. She's a cute biggie. And she's a cute fat chick.
She is.
She's a cute fat chick. Like I've seen worse.
She weird because she's fat
cute.
with no ass though. She's pretty in her face, but she got no ass. It's a weird.
It's
a weird
surprising.
Son, she built like Yokozuna.
Go back right here. Look how her ass just goes. What happens?
It's like
there?
indents. I'm not.
God, we're pieces of shit.
Yeah,
We're
I was
just
about to
sitting
say
here
like she already has to deal with enough.
shaming
I'm not gonna
this bitch,
shame
bro.
this girl for not having ass now. Like
I'm 100% that bitch. Da 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 da. How's that song?
I
just took a DNA test. I'm 100%.
But it's hilarious though because it's like
That
black
ain't even
women
her
only
line.
support you to a point.
Give me
she
an
got
example.
sued for that line.
Take Amy off the screen, please.
You know she got sued for that line, right?
Nah, she didn't get sued. She just gave the person credit.
Yeah, she had
Gave
to.
them writing credit.
No, I mean, but she wasn't giving him credit at first.
Nah, she didn't get sued though. She
Yeah.
just no. She got sued by the meme creator. So this is what happened. So the person, I think it was like a London-based artist, had a song or something like that it was in. Some meme creators made a meme based on that girl's song. The meme creators
Oh.
sued Lizzo.
I thought it was the meme
some shit
creator
they
who
stole?
created
Exactly. And then Lizzo was like, I'm going to give Shorty credit. I'm not going to give you guys. You just took it from her.
Yeah.
Because Lizzo did see it in a meme.
Oh, got it.
So there's a whole thing.
I didn't even know you could like trademark memes.
Oh, dog, this is going to be a huge lawsuit thing in the future.
Really?
Because so much content is going to be memeable, right?
Yes.
And once you see, for example, in a movie, one of these meme things going on, like my grandkids are going to be this.
Yeah.
Like, let's say that's a section of a movie or a section of a TV show, and motherfuckers start to make money off the creative content that's in memes. Them lawsuits are going on
For
right,
sure.
bro.
That's why Meg Thee Stallion fucking immediately she trademarked Hot Girl Summer. super fast.
She knew.
She knew. And then like some white dude came up with a song called like Hot Girl Bummer, and they had to pay her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, look what happened with the dances on
Hot Fall Bummer or something.
Fortnite.
Like yeah, see, they didn't have those trademarked or something, right? And I think Block Boy tried to sue him.
Fortnite was just using popular dances that were like in hip hop and shit.
Yeah,
And yeah,
that shit.
Yeah, and then like the floss and all this type of thing. And then they were like, nah, you got to pay me for that. Like we invented it, we popularized it.
Got to prove it though. Got to prove it.
Guys, I don't know.
Those motherfuckers got money, long enough money to just push that shit back until you're just like, all right, I ain't got no more money to go back to court with you. I'll just settle.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Not fuck them, but
fuck them. Okay. I think we've exhausted this.
Yeah.
Flagrant
topic.
thought.
Say again.
Flagrant thought.
Yeah.
How young is too young?
For what exactly, R. Kelly?
So we were talking about.
Don't bring me into this shit.
No,
Be specific.
We
you
gotta
was
be
talking
real
about that.
specific
Ain't
when
me.
you
we
think
were
about
talking
that.
about that show on HBO,
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
Yeah.
And so there's girls that are playing high school students. Mm-hmm. They're maybe 18, 19, 20, something like that, or
They're
in that
playing-
age range. Yeah.
Okay.
But so they're dressed like high school students, but they're hot. And so like
I never seen Andrew move the mic because he's scared. Get me up out of here.
I feel like we talked about this before.
we did?
I moved the mic because I was
'cause you're
swallowing.
drinking. Oh, okay.
But come on, Al, keep digging.
So if you get with like one of those girls, is that like are you like a pedophile?
Because they're 19 and they act like they're 16.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
interesting.
if you hook up with a trans,
Does that mean you like guys?
Right,
Or are you
but-
just like trans women?
I don't
No, but that's
see the
different.
connection, but
if you hook up with Daniel Day-Lewis, it doesn't mean you hooked up with Abraham Lincoln. If you hook up with
I
Chadwick
got you.
Boseman,
I
don't mean
got
that
you,
you
I
hooked
got you.
up with Black Panther.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It means you hooked up with that person. So no, it's not a pedophile.
I
Now,
think what
if you're attracted to them because they play someone in high school,
That's what I'm saying.
that's a little iffy. That's a little iffy.
it is a little iffy. It is a little iffy
Yeah.
because honestly,
the decent thing to do is IMDb them, and
Yes,
if they're under
I do
18,
that
be
all
like,
the
I can't
time.
watch that show again. That's
I
the
do that
decent thing
all
to do.
the time.
Son, it's a little. That's why
It's tricky, yo.
I think
I don't
that her
even wanna
name
get
is
into that shit.
Alexa Damie, I think.
That's what we were just looking at. How old is she?
She's like 20. She's like in her mid-20s.
All right, that's fine.
Oh,
But she
okay.
plays a high schooler, so you're just, but you know,
Yeah.
the first thing you look, I'm like, there's no way this bitch is in high school. So, but it's Hollywood. Like nobody plays high school.
Nah, but we need to
Except,
we
like,
need to have
Degrassi.
more rules because it's like all these filters and shit, all these like makeup and all that kind of stuff that the girls use.
Facetune.
Facetune is like it's used to make them look older.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
You know, so it's like
To
I'm looking at you in a way that is not appropriate for your age, but you're in a costume, you're in a mask to be older than you are. So
Yeah.
I'm actually having the right reaction
Yeah.
because you created something
Yeah.
that's older than what you are.
Yeah.
So whose fault is it?
I mean,
I don't know why I keep on trying to. Sorry. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean,
Why we lose steam in this episode? What happened? I talked about fat bitches and we all got the itis. What's going on?
Yeah.
What just happened?
I have no idea what just happened,
because
bro.
it's legally, I was just thinking legally it's still your fault. Like
no,
the law,
fat
and I could be
girls
like,
and
nah, this
pedophilia.
bitch got filters.
Say what?
And the law, and I could be like, nah, but this bitch got filters. You got a good point, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Bro, I had a fucking joke back in the day, and it was something like, it should be decided by a jury of your peers. Yeah. So it's like,
That line always stuck with me.
if you walk the bitch into the jury, and everybody's like, I would,
Yeah.
then it's fine. But if you
my
walk
gosh.
an adult in there that looks prepubescent,
Yeah.
then you could be like,
Yeah, you're going to jail.
it should be jury of
You're going to
peers.
jail. Yeah.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that.
No, you not.
Yo, jury
I
of
mean,
peers.
Alex, you're the one who asked
and,
it, bro.
And furthermore, no plastic surgery before you 18.
That's insane.
That should be illegal.
What parents are letting their kids do this?
Yo,
Britney
they
Spears?
let them get titty implants.
Insane.
They get all these other things, and it's like,
I beat my daughter's ass. She tried to
Son,
get
that
titty
was the whole
implants
thing
at
with
17.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
but when she got it,
She got around
She
like
was before
17,
18.
16.
Yeah,
So-
but her
so-
parents probably encouraged that shit. This
encourage it,
devil
but like,
bitch.
that's at that point, you making your daughter look more than 17.
Yeah.
Oh, fair point.
So, who's responsible?
And everybody was killing Tiger.
I ain't killed Tiger.
I ain't say nothing. I liked him more, to be honest with you.
I said there wasn't a judge in the free world that will convict you. That's what I said. And then Charlamagne said, what did he say? Some shit about the greatest red shirt? Greatest red shirt freshman in history or some shit.
Oh, my God.
What's his face? Is it, shit. Is it Lori Harvey? Not Lori Harvey.
Tyga and fucking Kylie.
Oh.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We have a
You're
lot
right.
of shit to talk about this week.
Shout out to Tyga.
Yo, shout out to Tyga. So many things. They trying to get Charles Barkley out of here because Barkley said he would. What did he say? Exactly?
Barkley's hilarious as always. He said, I don't hit women, but if I did, I'd knock you out or something like that.
To a woman.
To a woman.
Yeah.
And she said, and she tweeted it.
Yeah, let me pull up this stupid bitch's tweet. Just FYI, first of all, her name is Alexi. Get out of here.
Go on.
Just FYI, Charles Barkley told me tonight, quote, I don't hit women, but if I did, I would hit you, end quote. And then, when I objected to that, he told me I, quote, couldn't take a joke. There are almost no times when I will beak an OTR agreement, off the record.
Off the record.
But this is not okay. And it was all because he came in talking about how he loves Duval Patrick, and once someone from Pete's campaign came around, he said he loved Pete, and I reminded him, who cares?
Yo, but after seeing this tweet, don't you see where Charles was coming from? Like, this tweet just proved Charles's point.
Yo, I
Like,
couldn't.
I agree. I would never hit a woman,
Never
too.
hit a woman. No.
But that's where you start. That is... You know what I'm saying? You know, like...
Like, you feel the urge to knock her out midway through that tweet.
Yes.
You're like, yo, bitch, quiet down, backhand.
Yes.
Hey, yo.
That's
You
your
don't do
first
it, though.
pair. That's
But
your
you don't
first
do
pair
it.
of Jordans right there. That's the ones that get you into the game. You know what I mean? Like, this is
She's
your
the
starter.
Concord 11s, this
That's
bitch.
it. You in there. Patent leather. You know what I mean?
These sneakers actually fit pretty good.
Exactly.
Yo, you know what? This feels kind of nice. You put this on.
Black and whites or black and blue. But this bitch gonna get
Like,
one of
he's
them.
clearly fucking joking. You
Yes.
acknowledge that he's fucking joking, but you still go out and tweet it like, what are you trying to...
What does she think that we're
you
going
trying
to
to
get out of
accomplish?
this? You
Like-
think we're going to want to follow her now? Do you think that we're going to see this tweet and be like, man, this girl does some real
What
investigative
is the end
journalism?
game for this?
I don't...
For all of this.
So she'll probably get a bunch of like abuse victim followers.
For like a month. And then they're going to be like, yo, honestly, this bitch should be beaten.
Oh my God.
I don't know if they think it, but I hear it.
By a
the
woman.
rest of us do. But that's what happens is like there's a real low ceiling for the woke shit, because what happens is like you attach yourself to an already existing woke thing, and then all the people that are also part of that ideology follow you because you're giving them more shit that they can reinforce their beliefs with.
Right.
And then the second you diverge from it, even ever so slightly, they'll
Yeah.
cancel you because they need to cannibalize somebody.
Yeah.
Yo, that's the game, man.
That's the
Yeah.
only way it works, because it's like when you cancel somebody who gives a fuck about that,
Yeah.
that's what makes cancel culture people feel powerful.
Yes.
Because you have to eat those people that are your own.
Sacrifice.
Because
Food.
most people don't give a like. Charles Barkley doesn't give a fuck.
He don't give
He
a
set
fuck.
out his apology. He's not gonna miss a day of work. Like, he'll be fine.
Son,
Charles fucking
somebody, one of the
He said
responses.
I'd never hit women.
Yeah, one of the responses was like, you're talking about the guy who didn't apologize for throwing a guy out of a bar window. He didn't apologize for, you didn't hear that story?
I'm not a role model.
He went to, he was in court,
Yeah.
threw a guy out of a bar window during a fight.
Yeah.
And then the judge said, do you have any regrets? And he said, I regret we were on the first floor. That's the fucking greatest answer to that
Yep.
question
In the
possible.
court of law.
And what happened?
Paid his fine, paid his debt to society, and became one of the greatest broadcasters in the history of sports.
He had a commercial saying, I am not a role model.
Yeah.
Parents are role models. Do your job, whatever else he said.
Yeah.
He got pulled over by a cop and said to him, hey, man, I got to go get this blowjob real quick. You just let me go. While he's married, guy did a little jail time, came back. It's all good.
Yo, son, you got a wedding.
Wedding.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Excited, yo.
Yo.
I'm
Yes,
excited.
sir.
We
You
got
should
a
be.
wedding.
Can't wait for the wedding, man.
Bunch
I
of
love wedding.
fucking Indians there. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's go with these fucking Indians.
Boy.
You
The
know
price-
what I mean?
the price.
I got a good idea.
What's the
Why don't you
idea?
put some fucking deodorant as your centerpiece? Oh, you know what I mean? How they all gonna get to the wedding?
How they gonna get there?
Zabba-da-doo! Zabba-da-dee! Hey! You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay.
Okay.
I've seen Andrew do that to a comic while he's on stage. He was like putting on this kind of like that kind of act, and then at the end of every punchline, Andrew was in the back going, "Oh!"
Who did I do that to?
Remember Poly Confusion? And like kicking and everything, like stepping into. Oh!
Yo, you're a dick.
You're a true asshole.
Yeah.
You're a true asshole, yo. Holy fuck.
Dude, that is so
Oh my
fucked
God.
up, dude. Have you guys been to Roberta's?
Audience had Oh my God.
Why? Oh man, so the Portis.
Yo, we got to talk those sports.
Oh man, I ran into KD last night.
Yo, this is huge news.
Yeah, this is interesting.
So, so Kaz last night ran into KD.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And what happened?
So I was
From the
at,
front or the back?
wow.
Talk about them Soul Train awards.
It's not as interesting as
Chugga, 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 chugga.
the story isn't nearly as interesting that you'd hear on another Loudspeakers Network podcast. So I was at Wale last
And
night.
make
He had a
that noise
show.
All right, go. So you're at
I was
Wale's
at
show.
Wale's show last night.
Katie's there lonely.
I
Dinner.
went there. I went to go put my coat away. Went to the dressing room. Young Chris from the Young Guns is there.
Shouts to Chris.
Yeah, shouts to Chris. That's my guy. A couple of his hangers on. See Rich climbing. Turn around. See KD. I was like, oh shit. And I don't know a lot of those folks, so I went there and just shook everyone's hands and introduced myself and everything.
Oh, they're
I
DC
was
dudes,
very
right?
Yeah, they're all from DMV. So we just went and just kicked
What does
it.
DC stand for?
The District of Columbia, Andrew.
No, you're right about that.
I did. Yeah, this is true. I thought you were.
That's what I thought it was.
That is what it is.
You sure Katie wasn't there trying to win Wale at Grammy?
He beat you to it. He really beat you to it.
Oh, that's a payoff. Someone's gonna go back and.
Bro, he beat you to it. KD was there, dude.
But nah, it was cool. We just kicked
Busting
it.
Wale wide open.
No, opposite.
To be fair, he was really
that's
cool.
right. You're right.
He was really cool.
You're right.
Man, he was a good dude. It was nice. Blow.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What's up?
Right on time to save us.
Can we get a chair for this fake Jew?
Yo, I just did the 23andMe. I'm half Jew.
There you
Really?
go.
Yeah.
That's the amount we thought.
Welcome to the crew.
Wasn't that the amount we thought?
What?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, your dad was Jewish. Come sit in.
What am I supposed to say on your lap, bro?
No, we're gonna get a chair for you. So, guys, we have a guest today for the Patreon. Our friend Michael Blaustein is in
Big
the
Blau.
building here.
Ew.
Blau, one of our first friends in comedy.
Brody.
One of our first
Good to see
friends
you,
in
man.
comedy. You've
Yes,
heard
sir.
many stories, and then he'll get you with us then. Thank you for coming. You've heard many stories about Blaustein from this podcast. Now, before we get to that, I want to finish this KD situation with Cass. Okay.
Oh, it wasn't
So-
much of a situation. We just hung out.
Did you say hi to him?
Yeah.
Did
Shook
you
hands,
kiss his
introduced
mouth? You
myself.
kissed him on the neck? Did you kiss his fucking neck?
No, it wasn't much talking,
Just
man.
bite his
We were
Adam's
just
apple a little
talking
bit?
about music. We was talking about Mello because I guess he was just about to play. So
Oh shit!
It's a little bit of that.
What
but it was
music
cool.
is KD into?
I mean, he was there to see Wale, and Tiana Taylor was there too, and it was good music. It was a good
Wait a
time.
minute, Tiana Taylor was
Yeah,
there?
yeah, she was there too.
How's she looking?
Fine.
Oh my! I'm thinking of Tiana Trump.
No.
That's
where's
totally
Tiana
different.
Trump?
Yeah. So Tiana Taylor was there.
Tiana Taylor was there.
Okay.
Did a few songs together. It was cool. Charlamagne was there.
Charlotte pulled up.
it was
Okay.
good. It was a good time. It was a good time.
So-
Wax was there. It was good.
You spoke to KD though. You dapped him up.
Yeah,
How'd
yeah.
the ankle look? Was he walking
He was
gingerly?
walking fine, man. I
Yeah.
told him, heal up safe. Want to see you hoop again, even though, I'm a Knicks fan, but as a basketball fan, it would be cool to see, we can't wait
Yeah.
to see you get back. And Corey's like, yeah, cool, thanks, yada, yada. And that was it. It was cool. I know Mandy has better stories, but I'm not. Cut that.
We're not cutting that, bro. You should have winked at him, bro.
Oh, gosh.
You should have been like, yo, we got mutual
Yeah,
friends.
mutuals. Yeah.
That would have been ballsy, yo.
Nah,
But he
no.
probably likes that.
No, I was caught off guard. Like if I knew I was running into him, I'd have more things to ask. But
Right.
you know,
Right.
I'll tell you stuff off there though. It's cool.
Oh, come on, bro.
I can't. Trust me.
What? What happened?
Why you even say that on the podcast then, man?
Did you guys do that kiss that the guy did to Beyonce, where you like get a little bit of her lips? Remember the guy from Power?
Yeah. You said a little bit.
Yo, would you go for
Trying
a
to get
mouth
Wale that
kiss?
Grammy, bro.
Would you, I'm saying, would you go for a mouth kiss just to throw someone off? You meet them first time, mouth kiss just to throw them off.
Just to establish, dominance.
Yes.
Like, yo, what's up?
You'll do anything. Boom, right there in their fucking mouth, and then hold
in
them
the mouth.
close, hold them tight. You hold them fucking tight. Would you do it?
Always, anytime you can establish dominance, absolutely.
Really?
Right in the mouth. Yo, what's good, bro? Mwah.
Kiss me, bro.
Nah, don't see. You can't give him a.
Kiss me.
Can't ask for it. That's not dominant.
I was establishing dominance on you, bro.
Okay.
Now you gotta dominate
asked for
back.
it, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
dominate
nah,
back.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
only way.
bro. I'm
Real
just-
talk, you guys gotta have a rape off.
Before you walk, I'm just gonna grab his dick,
And sit him back down with it.
sit him right
Like a
back down,
leash.
like
Like
yo.
a joystick,
Healed.
bro.
There's one fucking alpha
Healed?
male in this room. God damn it.
What is the word you use to stop your dog?
Heel.
Heel.
Heel. Not a D at the end.
No.
No.
You mixing up heel and yield.
Yield is for cars.
Healed is the guy who shoots
I'm about
three-pointers
to
in
say that's the guy in the
Sacramento.
Buddy healed.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds like something you say to a dog. Buddy healed.
Buddy.
It
All right.
sounds like-
So we got Blau in the building. Blau, you're in New York. I don't know for how long, but I saw you Instagramming that you're on the subway. So you didn't text me. You didn't say that you're in town.
Wow.
I didn't know where you were, man. I thought you were dropping in somewhere weird, so I didn't. I don't know where you're at these days, dude. You're all over the fucking place. You know?
Too successful, dog.
This
This is your fault.
You're not wrong when you write. You know what I mean?
penalty of
That's
leadership,
fair.
bro.
Okay, so I say you got to come by, come talk to us. We had your podcast co-host Trevor Wallace on
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
How was that?
Trevor was very fun. I mean, these
Yeah.
guys missed it because they weren't in town Sunday. But I wanted to get you on. It's been a while. We've told a lot of stories about you on the podcast. Is there anything that you'd like to clarify?
Everything's wrong.
No,
You know
that's
what I
not
mean?
true.
Everything's wrong. I feel like
That's not
everything's
true.
skewed to
That's-
like where they want it to be.
What was inaccurate about the story about your bombing? Remember when you were bombing?
Right. That's probably pretty accurate. Honestly, bro, in retrospect,
It's the funniest
it's
bomb.
in
was the
retrospect-
dragon act out.
in
Can you do the demon? Can you do the demon act out on camera?
No. No.
My favorite part was not only would he just tell me the line that the lady would say.
I know what it is.
What was the line?
I know what it is.
Tell me what you want.
There you go. This is my favorite part.
He would crouch mad low, yo.
He'd get all the way down, right? And Blau always had these like models, Nikes, like they weren't the cool. They weren't the cool shit, but they look almost like the cool shit. So he get real. He get real.
Dick's Sporting Goods,
Look
okay?
at that shit, right? Whoever Katie shop. Look. So he got mad low. This is my favorite part, right? He would say that line, but he would create a tail for the monster, right?
Yeah.
It was a tail, right? Tell me what. Yeah. But the tail moving killed me.
You gotta
You
create
would
an
crouch
accurate.
like all the way to the floor.
Can
I
you
was
do
so
it?
impressed.
Wow, can you just do
The,
it?
the,
real quick?
the idea of the
Come on,
joke.
you gotta do
The
it.
idea of the joke was.
Yeah, what was the premise?
It was about him hooking up with a girl, and then
Yeah.
she like transformed from being this sweet, whatever, dainty girl, and then in the bedroom she's like a demon.
It stemmed from the
And-
idea, like I hooked up with this like emo chick with like crazy tattoos, and she during the date everything was fine, and then when we started to fuck, she got insane.
In the joke, you played up the change harder,
juxtaposition.
the juxtaposition. Like she was super sweet and soft, and then in the then
She-
she
but
became.
in-
me what you want.
It's a little deeper, bro.
It's
It's a little deeper, bro. You
Come
want to know?
on, I gotta see
Andrew,
it.
Andrew
I
had.
gotta see this
Come
once. Come on.
Andrew had.
Come
Yo,
on, dude.
Andrew
This
has
is
such an
Patreon.
ability.
It's Patreon.
I just want to say this: you have such a good ability, and
Nah, it's not low enough.
no, it's not low enough, bro. It's not low. You gotta do this, bro. bro.
Oh god. Oh god. Yo, that's
Get here.
No.
Come on, blow. Just do it right here.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, right in that corner.
Right
That
here?
corner right here. You got it.
Yo.
Just come on.
Come on, dog. Hit
Do
it.
this. You got this, right? First of all, my pants were way looser when I was doing it. You know what I mean? It was so you gotta get low like this. And then the thing is, you gotta put the arm here. Because you gotta let them know. You gotta let them know he's got a little baby arm. You gotta do this, right?
Like
You
a
gotta do
dragon.
This, like a
dragon.
T-Rex, like a T-Rex.
Like a T-Rex,
It was like a
okay.
T-Rex dragon combo. So it's this, right? And you gotta slip it back. You gotta get low, and then you gotta do the tail like you said before. And then the thing is, you have to move the
Where would the mic be?
It's here.
Oh, okay.
It's in the
retarded arm.
baby arm like this. It's in the baby arm. You gotta get low. And the trick is, Andrew Schulz and everyone else, you gotta move your butt with the tail. Like this. Right? You gotta
Just stay on him. Go on.
you gotta do this, right? You gotta move your butt.
And then what? And then what?
You gotta
hit the
move
line.
it back and forth like this, right? And then you do the voice.
How do you do it?
Yeah, you do the voice.
It's not, you went this far. Just finish it.
You gotta do the voice, man. And then first you gotta start. You can't just say the punch first. You gotta go like this. There you go.
Keep going. Do the act out, dog.
Hold on.
Do the act out. We don't need the director's commentary until after. You watch the movie, then you want the director's commentary. I need the movie first.
You guys, shut up! This is art, bro.
How'd you do it?
You gotta go like this.
Should we just have him do the bit?
I'm not a fucking jukebox. Although I am. Okay. You gotta go like this. Right? And then you gotta go. And you gotta go. Then you gotta go. Tell me what you want. I'm sweating, bro.
When I tell you, I used to love watching this bit bomb, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It was so funny. Now, usually the bit would work. It would kill. I'm not saying it wouldn't kill. It would usually work. Did I get that right? I would say
100%.
more times.
Way more often it would kill.
Way more often.
Every
but when
once in a while.
Did it, bro? And he'd be sweaty and out of breath.
Dude, do you remember?
And
Let
it
me
would
say
be
this.
because if a crowd didn't laugh at that joke, they just didn't like Blau.
Right.
Because his act is a lot of act outs, a lot of voices, whatever.
Yeah.
So they already weren't fucking with him.
Yeah.
And this is his closer. So it's like, I gotta get you now.
Yeah.
So he'd been bombing, and then he goes into that act out and bombs even harder.
And then my favorite part was this. When he finished it, and he'd be all out of breath, and nobody would make no sound, and he'd just go like this. He goes, all right, thank you. Good night.
No, don't try to spin it like that.
Motherfucker did 2 deep breaths. He had to catch his breath to say good night, bro. That's how out of breath he was. Couldn't even say good night.
Charles, do you remember when we were in San Fran and we had to do a show in a pizza shop and I had no mic? Do you
LA or
remember
San Fran?
this? What? No, it was. Was it in LA?
I think it was LA because I got there the day after y'all.
Yeah,
when we were on
the
it.
pizza shop.
LA, yeah.
And I had no mic. Do you know how difficult it is to be a demon with no mic? Bro!
It was an open mic, that's right, in this pizza shop. There were like 2 people there. Yo. And you were going for it.
Oh, I was. Dude, because you remember who was there?
A Wayans brother.
A Wayans brother. So I was acting like this is an in living color audition. I did. I went hard and went bomb.
Yeah.
Because you can't be a demon with no mic that can't hear you.
Yeah, no amplification
No,
demon is
dude,
not good.
Oof. Wow.
Oh, dude, it was so funny.
You would think Marlon would like that act out though. Marlon was act out heavy back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He still is.
Is he?
Yeah, he probably
just
still
did a whole
I can't get
movie
through
where
his shit.
He played like
He played all the
9
characters.
shit,
I
yeah.
bet that demon was in that ghost movie.
Did he take it?
I think he
Maybe.
took the demon. Now, here's the question.
Give us
Are
a-
you ever on the road
Yeah.
and you just need to fill time
No. The answer is no.
and you just break out the demon?
The answer is no.
Definitely not.
I mean, sometimes. I would say not in the last maybe like 3-4 years, but yeah, there was definitely a time when I was like, okay, I'm done the bit.
You ever be doing a long set and then you reach back into a joke and you're like, I forgot this fucking joke existed in the universe. Yeah. And then be embarrassed as you're doing it.
Oh, that's why. That's why I got rid of that one. You already on your knees. Bro, we had such wild times back then, man. I'm trying to think of more wild times that we might have forgot.
Did you guys tell the story about when we were in UPS? And you were fucking wild.
Yeah, Andrew went nuts in a UPS. We were trying to make flyers for a show, and somehow the shit took like 3 hours. I don't even know.
Everything took us 3 hours.
We were in D.C.
In D.C.
You still need to do a show for us.
Yeah,
That's
you're
true.
right about it.
We had
Dallas.
the Almost Famous comedy tour, it was called, and we all agreed that we would each do a city and bring all our people out.
And I dropped the ball heavy.
Yeah. And wait, where did I do? I did
You did
San
all
Fran.
California days.
We did San Fran.
I did San Fran, right. And Santa Barbara, we did a few.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did
We
do
did
Santa
LA.
Barbara. LA, we quit on the show. We canceled the show.
Why?
It was at Westbrook Comedy or whatever. Westbrook.
You're right.
And then
And you almost fist fought the dude?
yeah.
Who did I fight?
You got into it with some guy, and you were just like, off principle, I feel like we can't do the show. And I was like, all right, I don't give a fuck, let's not do it. I mean, you don't like the guy. I'm very loyal like that. If Andrew's like, I don't like this guy, let's not do it, I'm like, all right, what you want to do?
Yeah, I kind of like the guy, and you got angry. I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. This guy's terrible.
Blau and I, if Blau's doesn't like a person, I'll be like, wait a minute, who don't we like?
Yeah.
So what did you do exactly? Like, what happened?
No, I don't need the story. I just need to know we don't like a person.
We don't like
If you're my homie, we don't like motherfuckers
I hear
together.
that. I hear that.
Is it the best is that scene in The Town where he goes, hey man, I'm gonna need your car. Can't ask me questions about it.
Yeah.
And we got to do it tonight, and we're gonna hurt some people. Or something like that. And he goes, are we taking your car or mine?
That's so dope. I remember that. So dope.
But I didn't know I got in a fight with the guy, but he was being a dick, and we brought a lot of people out.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
So I was like, fuck this guy.
Oh, because it wasn't our limited. It wasn't our produced show. My bad. It wasn't our produced show.
Right.
It was like.
For you. Keep going.
Thanks, man. It was like we did like a glorified bringer for the dude.
Right.
And he wasn't giving any one of us like the set times that we wanted or like the set placement that we wanted.
Right.
Remember this? This is
I think
very
we're supposed to go
fatherly.
last.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then you were like, and you got pissed because we were supposed to get some type of placement, like correct set placement.
Yeah.
We wanted to go all last, and he was like, "No, you go first, and then you're gonna go in the middle."
So I
and
was
you
like,
got
go
upset.
fuck yourself.
You
Yeah.
go fuck yourself. Yeah.
What
and
an
then
ego I
And then
had
we
in the
fucking
beginning of
left,
my-
bro.
Yeah, we left.
You brought like 25 people, and we left.
And there was nobody at the show, so it was like, we are the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are you giving us any attitude? You're not doing us a fucking favor. Anyway,
Insane, bro.
yeah, we had some fun times, dude. I remember that. We left
You
someone on,
remember on
What?
that fucking
What?
trip?
What?
We were driving to Santa Barbara.
On the highway,
We're
right?
taking a car.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
boy, what's his name?
Who?
Le-
Love?
Nah,
Chris?
Latino dude. Mexican dude.
Javier.
Javi's
yeah.
driving us in his whip, and we're going to show UC Santa Barbara from LA, long drive. But then you're driving along the coast, and this shit is beautiful.
Yeah.
And we had a camera in the trunk. And then we're talking about how gorgeous it is, and it's crazy traffic jam, like unheard of traffic. And Blau's like, "Yo, fuck, I want to take a picture of this, but the camera's in the trunk." And we're like, "Yo, go get the camera, dog. It's mad traffic. We're gridlocked. Just go do it." Blau takes like 5 minutes debating with us. I'm like, "Just go fucking do it, man." Then he's like, "All right, fine." And as soon as he closes the door and walks like to the trunk area, I swear to God, I've never seen traffic clear up like this in my life. Like all of a sudden, every car got out of our way. And then it's just us and an open trunk and Blau out the window. So Javi panics and he just starts driving faster. And then Blau chasing after us with the fucking trunk open.
Oh shit!
That was the craziest trip. Bro, remember when Blau whacked off in the Starbucks?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, it wasn't Starbucks. It was a
Starbucks
diner.
and her friend's place.
It was a diner.
Oh, it was
No,
the
it
diner.
was a diner.
It was the diner.
I need
Green Black's
context.
Deli.
I need context.
It was Green Black's Deli.
What context you need? You never jerked off in a diner, man?
Green Black's Deli.
Greenblatt's?
Right next to Laugh Factory.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, and the fucking Starbucks.
Nah, I think it was Green Black's in your homegirl's place.
It was your homegirl's place. I got her all over the seat, the toilet seat.
You tried to shoot it in the bowl?
I tried to. I was trying
never
to
even
be. That's
seen that.
respectful.
But you didn't do it in the shower?
I didn't have a shower. There was no
weren't
shower running, bro.
We were
I just
there
had to
for
go
like-
get.
We were there for like 2 hours.
I had to get it out, bro. I had to get it out.
So what happened is So Blau got the craziest sex drive that anybody ever met in my life. We had been in LA for I don't know how many days, and we're sharing hotel rooms, so we can't. You can't just jerk off. You're with your boys. Blau getting mad irritable. And he had jerked off at the beginning of the trip. Yo, we went to her place like mad early in the trip, and I didn't know that you jerked off.
Whose place was this?
It was
Alexa.
Alexa. Okay. You
Damn.
jerked off in her bed.
Yeah. And I think the funny thing is that everyone knew that it wasn't some
I didn't
on
know.
some secret.
I didn't know. I was very happy when I found out because she was white.
Oh my God.
But then after that, Blau just got crankier and crankier. And this guy, I'm not even bullshitting. Multiple times a day, this guy needs to have sex. Like, it's crazy. It's
weird.
So he was just getting mad, like mean to everybody. And finally, we're like, yo, man, you just got to jerk off. And then he thought he was bullshitting. He was like, all right, I'm going to go do it now. We were just leaving Chocolate Sundae at the Laugh Factory. We're all eating. I think Alexa there again. I don't know what it is about this bitch that sets you off, but this bitch sets you off. And then he just goes about 10 minutes, and we just think like he probably just taking shit and bullshit. And he's like, no, I jerked off. And we're like, just to the bathroom? And he's like, nah, this is dumb early. Dude, it's like 2010. He's like, nah, on my phone. He had Brazzers or whatever the fuck on his phone.
Yeah. XNXX.com.
You was savage for XNXX.com,
Bro, I felt so much better though, man.
He was so much nicer after that. It's crazy.
It's like I get like, you know how you get hangry?
Yeah.
That's what I need. And then you have a sandwich and you get good. I get porn rigor or whatever. And then I feel so much better.
Oh, God. That is true, though. You probably have too much testosterone in your body.
I think so.
Yeah, like
but how come I didn't grow? That's the problem. The fuck?
So I remember you moved out to LA.
Yeah.
And then a couple times ago in LA, you started having like a couple times ago that I saw you in LA, you told me you were having like alopecia or something on your beard.
Yeah, right here.
But now it's back. Now you have a full
I got
thing.
injections. I got like hormone, like not what are they called? Cortisone shots.
Cortisone shots for your
In my
hair?
right here. Yeah, right
Really?
here.
That works?
Yeah.
I've been had
Does that bring hairlines back?
I've been had a bald spot in my beard since I was 20 years old, no bullshit, and I've never talked to anybody
It's
about
probably
it. I just
not
been
alopecia. It's probably just how your beard grows.
Oh, word.
But you got alopecia, like you were stressed, and then pieces of your beard just went away.
Just, there was like a silver dollar size hole in my
remember.
beard. Yeah.
So then, what was
you don't
stressing
even
out
got a
so
beard,
much?
yo.
Huh?
You don't. Why are you tripping? You don't even got facial
No,
hair.
but
like
you could
that.
see it though.
Andrew got
I
more
noticed
facial
it.
hair than you.
It's close. I noticed it, but with
Really?
yours. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because it's like just no hair right here. Like I don't have hair, but I got like enough so you can like notice.
you have like enough for stubble, where
Exactly.
it's obvious that you have some stubble.
Yeah.
So what was stressing you out that made that go?
Bro, I fucking moving to LA, not being integrated into a network, getting no spots, having damn near $0. My girl moved out there with me at the time.
Yeah.
She had no friends, so I was her life. So she was like, "What are we doing?" I'm like, "Bitch, nothing. I don't have a life. I need to get a life before you have a life."
We both doing nothing.
Yo, literally.
Fuck.
Yeah, and she's like, "What are we gonna do about money?" I don't know. Sell your pussy. I don't have anything. I have nothing for you, bitch.
Right.
I have nothing. So yeah,
Just so you leave the house.
so dude, fucking all that. And then it just started falling apart. Like my beard just be like, man, this is too much. My beard was like, we gotta go get a job, bro, and just fucking left.
Your beard and that girl just left you.
Wait, did the girl leave you?
I mean, it was. Tell me what you want. She said, "Not you, bitch."
I want you to get a job, motherfucker.
Tell me what I want. Half the rent.
Oh, God.
Son, Blau has been living on the greatest hustle in the bit. Are you still living on the hustle where you got the apartment in New York still?
No, they found out, but they found out like 6 months ago. So I had it.
Describe that.
Oh my God,
It's unbelievable,
This
dude.
is remarkable.
So I've had a rent control place in Harlem for about 7 years.
3-bedroom apartment in gentrified Harlem. Not Spanish Harlem, where the white people haven't gotten yet.
Yeah.
Gentrified Harlem. How much did you pay?
That's where I
3
used to
real
be at.
bedrooms.
3 real bedrooms, $1760.
No.
Yes.
Fuck out of it. You still have?
So no. It gets better. How much were you renting out the rooms for?
So I was renting each room out for 2 rooms for $11.50 and 1 room for $12.
God damn.
So
Yeah.
you were making double.
So
Yeah.
he went to LA and rented out his place for what? $3,400 total or whatever?
Yeah.
So you're making how much a month on your apartment?
Whatever that math is. Like,
17, I think. I think.
So you were making your whole rent in L.A.
I was living rent free for like almost 3 years.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And you still were stressed?
Yeah. That's how much no money I had. When I was living
That just
no
brought
rent
you up to zero.
to zero. And then T-Mobile was like, you need $40. Like, I don't got it. My beard was like, I ain't got it either. And it just left.
At no point in time were you like, I need to get a little side hustle. I need to do something. Like, what was that about?
Ego, bro.
Really? You just I refuse to do it.
Yeah, ego.
That's real shit.
Straight up fucking ego.
Ego will drive you to do some wild shit.
And that's what drove me to fuck. I mean, you know this and you know this too. This drove me to just start emailing every fucking comedy club.
Can we tell them what you did? This I think is genius.
Sure.
This is so brilliant. So Blau created a fake agency.
Okay.
This is why you need to starve people, because they really innovate based on survival.
Innovation.
So Blau just creates a fake agency, starts emailing comedy clubs on his behalf from the fake agency.
What was the agent's name?
Chris
what?
Chris McCormick. Sometimes he's
That
It's
sounds
a good
Jewish.
name.
Irish
That's
though?
all
That's a good
Irish,
fake
yeah.
name.
I would.
Because who's gonna suspect? Possibly who would make up a fake Irish?
Also-
I guess you're right.
all-
That must be an agent.
Yeah, it's got to be legit.
Also,
Because if it
if
was
you-
Jew, all the Jewish agents know.
But
each other.
also,
They know
bro,
each other. Do you know
Yeah.
Finkelstein from blah blah blah?
Also,
blah,
if
blah,
you
blah?
Google, if you go Jew name and you Google a Jew name, it's most likely an agent.
Yes.
So I don't want to be email motherfuckers off a real agency. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I got.
But you created a website for this
I did not
agency.
create a website.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
so
no,
they
no.
didn't even check on the website.
No.
So you sent them your clip.
Yeah.
You had a really funny clip.
Yeah.
You sent them your bio and credits. You had real credits.
Yeah.
It's not like you haven't been on
That
shit.
was on Punked.
Blau was on Punked. I mean, you did some film and
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
stuff. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You had stuff. And all of a sudden, these fucking clubs start booking you.
Yeah. It's because
Genius.
people aren't doing it, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Like all these agents that are like, yeah, we'll reach out. They're not
They
doing
never
it,
reach
bro.
out.
They're not doing it. And when you're doing it yourself, you don't have to follow up with your agent to see if they did it because you're doing it. So you got to follow up with yourself.
What was the
You go, did I follow up? Hold on, did I follow up? Yeah, I did follow up. Yeah.
What was the success rate? Like, how many would you have to hit up to get?
It's not great.
Okay.
It's not great. I mean, I would
All you
say.
need is one.
I mean,
No more.
To make
You
a
need-
living, yeah.
Oh,
One is
gotcha,
rent,
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
one a month is rent.
So I would probably get out of like, we're talking about like 300, 400 emails. Because I'm emailing not only America, but I'm also emailing Canada and Australia and places with New Zealand, any type of people with any type of like comedy community. So I'm emailing the world, and I'm getting like I got like 30 dates probably in those.
Now you go in there, you kill,
Yeah.
and then it becomes a place you can go back to.
Exactly.
So those 30 dates might give you 90 paychecks.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
And they've become part of your rotation?
100%.
And do they start telling other club owners, hey, this kid is good? And
So I I sometimes use them as like a vouch, especially if ticket sales are good.
yes.
So yeah, the DC Loft kind of like was a sort of like a hand-me-down, not a hand-me-down, but like a vouched club. So I got into there
Right.
through like a vouch. But it's usually that like rarely happens. It's usually just like
I
a
just
straight
I
It's
email.
so
thought it was
brilliant,
so
man.
fucking good.
And so dope. And like you did that shit like
It shows how lazy comics are, man.
yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
like
that's-
what's that movie with Eddie Murphy we were just talking about with the fake
Dolomite.
No, not Dolomite. With Steve Martin.
Oh, Bowfinger.
Bowfinger.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah,
feels like.
yeah.
Fake movie, fake agency, but it ends
Yeah.
up working out.
Yeah.
Tight.
It's surprising, dude. It's surprising because that is exactly what you just said. Like comics are lazy. Like
Yeah.
it is a lot of work, but it's just copy and pasting, bro. It's just
Right.
like
You have
it
your
takes-
pitch, you send it out.
Exactly. You have your pitch. You have all the things, and I literally have like a map, like a United States map that I can like color code and just hit. I'm like, all right, do all the Texas clubs. I'm like, all right, bet Texas is done, and then just cross it off.
Oh,
and just go
shit.
state by state by state. It takes a long time.
You didn't
Now-
think that was probably your calling? Like you didn't see like, well, I'm doing so well booking myself. Like, why don't I just like
Become an agent.
yeah, let's
yeah.
just
But
become a
did
fucking
you
agent.
see the Demon actor, bro?
Right, right.
So-
Once he did that shit, it says fuck the agency. Just kills.
I mean, that was one of the things I told him. I was like, dude, why don't you do this for other people once
Yeah.
you're already qualified, like a few. But I hear you. It's one of those things you don't want to deal with the hang up. So you get in here, you start doing these clubs, right?
Yeah.
Did you do any? You're not emailing the fucking best clubs in the world.
Nah.
You're emailing the clubs that you think would be interested in a cold call. Maybe you don't have to
Exactly.
pack it out.
So that's the other filter.
Yes.
Like I gotta go to the club website. I gotta look at the calendar to see
Who are they booking?
Exactly, to see like the level of who they're
if you got
booking.
Cat Williams in there,
and
probably,
Gary Owens or
right.
whoever.
Yeah.
Then or you honestly, I'm like,
Right.
nah, I'm not doing that. You know?
So, what was the worst room that you did? Was there any really bad experience?
I wanna be like, yo, honestly, everyone that I've done is like it's a B club, but they're still a comedy club. Like they still pack it out. They still it's like, you know, the sound systems is cool. Like I really haven't come across a room that's been like horrendous.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's all been, and they've all treated me well. They're just B rooms.
Yeah.
The money's not phenomenal.
But they're getting a good deal, so they're excited.
Exactly. And every single year they bump you up. You do well. Ticket sales, people come back.
And
so
now
like,
you actually have some people coming out because the podcast is doing pretty well.
yeah, dude, that is like, you guys have had this for a little bit, like fan base type shit, and I'm just starting to feel it. Maybe in the last like 4 or 5 months. It's crazy, dude.
So much better, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
It's just like it's
I don't even
so.
do stand up, and I felt the fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
love,
Like,
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
great.
They know you, man. They
Yeah.
intimately know you.
Dude, it's like weird. Like people, you always get like the, hey man, you're really funny. And we're used to that. But hey man, I love the podcast is on
Different type of
another,
feel.
it's a different type of feeling.
I was talking, I think, you about this, Blau. We do 2 episodes a week. Let's say 2 hours an episode. That's 4 hours a week people are listening to me.
Right.
Who else in your life do you listen to for 4 hours a week? Nobody in my life.
Stephen A. Smith.
That's it.
About it, you know?
And you love that
And
motherfucker.
you love that exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's how.
If
That's
he said he was
your
doing
fucking
stand up in
routine.
your city, you go out and didn't see
Absolutely.
it. Even though you
95%
never did
of
any
my
stand-up.
friends don't talk to me 4 hours a week.
Fuck no.
That's my wife, and that's it. Like that's it. Nobody else talking to me like that.
Yeah, dude,
So they know you like deeply. It's just different.
They know you on a weird, like, nuanced level. And you know what
Yeah.
comes with that that's odd and is just starting to hit me now is when you, like, hook up with podcast fans, it is weird.
Why?
Because they know everything about you, bro. Everything, every because I get wild. So
Yeah.
I talk about my fetishes. I talk about everything.
Podcast is called Stiff Socks, by the way. Y'all should check it out.
Yeah,
Check
Stiff
out
Socks.
Stiff Socks.
Go,
What
yeah.
fetishes? What fetishes do you have? I didn't know you had fetishes.
You have a strong female fan base too, so I mean, let her
Yeah.
rip. They pay for
Fetishes.
these
I
ones.
like dicks. Dicks are cool, man.
That's not fit. That's just straight, man. That's what you like. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
vanilla.
We're talking
I'm
about
sorry.
weird things.
Oh, my bad.
Allowing the feet.
Yeah, I'm super duper into
It's a
feet.
feet podcast. It's a feet-friendly podcast.
It's a feet friendly podcast.
Yeah, very
100%.
feet friendly, yeah.
Hey, are you into it?
These two got me in the feet. Not in the feet, but
what's
like they taught me what to look for in good feet, and I was like, oh, okay, I can see why.
Are you now?
the descending?
Are you now sexually aroused by feet?
I can appreciate a good foot now, like a nice descending order, white tips on the and soft bottoms.
I'm not really. Yes, dude. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Some of these aren't good.
Don't ask why I.
No.
Some of these are horrible.
Skittle ones are
Yeah, why would you
fine.
put the-
I don't. Is it?
Oh,
I'm not crazy about that.
No bueno.
No, no.
These are
Okay.
solid. Yeah.
Middle,
Oh,
right there.
Middle ones.
there
Middle
you go,
ones.
right
There we
Got
go.
'em.
Those are solid feet right there.
Got 'em.
Solid feet.
I don't like when the go. Can you go back? I don't like when the toenail does that. Is that weird?
Does
Like
what?
when it looks like a boomerang. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Give me a straight toenail. What are you doing?
Parabola nail having ass
Yeah.
bitch.
Why is it hugging
Was
the
that a
fucking
hammer,
toe?
hammer time?
That's
Is that what
gross.
it's called?
I don't like the
Hammer
bottom feet. You guys into bottom feet?
No.
Yeah, I don't like the bottom.
I don't like
Who's in the bottom? Yo, that's weird.
I don't understand that crunched position either.
Well, Lizzo got some nice feet. You just
So
talking
when you
about
guys are
Lizzo,
asking,
you
when you
can't
guys are asking for a foot, you guys get foot jobs or yeah?
No. Back to you. Back to you and your fetishes.
I was
What
just
fetish did you do with a fan?
This is a Patreon episode, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's sort of just what I just said. I mean, I'm very, very dominant.
Right.
So I'm very into, because in life I'm not like a big dude.
Yeah.
So I like, I like to beat a bitch up. No, no, I like to get very dominant. So I make sure that they're submissive. Like they have to be very, very submissive. So I'm into like choking. I'm into like a little bit of bondage is cool.
How do you bond?
What do you
up?
make a bitch like upgrade her Patreon tier? You know what I mean?
That shit is bondage, bro.
$20, bitch. Let me see you get on the website, bitch.
Yeah, I like bondage. I take like ties, you know.
Oh,
like
you have
necktie.
a necktie.
No, a necktie, and I tie their hands to like my headboard and shit like that.
Wow.
So you have more than
about
one
that
tie.
life.
Yeah, you don't. You just got one tie?
Yeah, one time.
Yeah.
So I got mad out of fashion ass ties.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's
those-
how long since I've been wearing suits. My shit is like
You
fat
got the
with
ones
polka
with like the
dots.
stripes on it, the polka dots. Yeah, them 90s joints.
That match the fucking glamour shots.
Yeah.
Blau got all his fake Asian outfits, so he knows how to fit in that shit. Okay, so you're tying them up to the headboard.
Yeah, sometimes tie them up. I don't like love that because I like to feel struggle.
Sick man, yo.
And we're
yo.
going for it.
You ass dog.
Okay, good. So
Something
then
about
the
I
get it.
like that.
That's why I laugh. Like, oh, bro, I get it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, something about the
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
little bit.
Okay, yeah, just a
not
little
too
bit.
much.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like, you
Yeah.
know, they have to call 911 eventually, but just a little,
Yeah, just a little bit.
a little
Yeah.
whimper.
Yeah.
Patreon. So the patron, not the patron. So the fan, the super fan.
Yeah.
They're almost ready for this one by the time
They
you guys
know.
have sex.
They know. The last one I hooked up with, I've only hooked up with two. So the last one, we talked about it detail for detail even before she came over.
Now, does that take away some of the fun?
No, because I need it. Maybe a little, but the consent portion of it is way more valuable to me than it loses a little bit of value.
Consent
That's a
is very
dangerous
sexy.
game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's a dangerous game.
That should turn me on more than anything.
They should
else,
honestly
but,
exclusively fuck podcast fans. Like that's the only way you know
They
it's just
know.
consent.
They know what you're
know.
about.
They know exactly.
It's never
So-
a surprise.
I mean, bro. So like,
Yeah.
within 3 messages, she's sending me feet pics to be like, rate these and make sure these are okay.
Can we see?
Nah.
Probably the
Man of principle. I respect
Probably the
that.
right answer.
That's a good answer and a good question. Well done on both accounts.
I can't.
God, this is gonna be a rough one.
What? Nah, this is Gucci.
Yeah,
Gucci.
no, this is good. This is good stuff.
And then do we think that you'll ever come out to New York again, Blau?
Like live. That's the goal, man. That's the goal. I want to build up enough equity to come back here. Because I mean, I love like LA is a necessity at this point. Like it's a necessity, and I'm sort of like used to it. But this is my home. Like
Right.
New York City is my
I
home.
also made a movie out there, like a legit
Right.
movie. What's it called?
Right,
Up
right.
There?
Up there,
Up
available
there.
now on Amazon, Google Play, and
Nice.
iTunes.
Got him.
Put it up, Eden, if you can find it.
Actually, I have his whole IMDb.
Oh, there you go. Boom, up there.
And
Champ.
up there.
There it is.
So you
Boom.
made the whole thing, wrote it, directed it,
Yeah.
Oh,
starred
shit,
in it,
that's tight.
funded
yeah.
it. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that.
And things have been good with that. Feedback has been good.
Things have been good, man. We actually just finished a run in Michigan. We did like 6 different independent theaters.
Sick.
Yeah, it was dope, man. It was cool like to spend like I was telling Akaash just before, like to spend 2 years on something and then finally like to be able to feel like a community's reactions and like strangers too, like complete strangers, and we're like selling out theaters. We sold out like half of all the theaters we did, which is like bananas. It's literally like you walk into a theater and they have a choice between like Ford versus Ferrari or Motherless Brooklyn or our film. And they're choosing our film.
great.
Like it's crazy.
That's
And that's because it takes place in that area
Exactly.
of Michigan,
It takes
right?
place in Upper Peninsula, so people have like a communal like reaction to it. So they
Oh,
wanna,
those
like-
guys are fucking weird up there, right?
It's just I wouldn't say weird. They're just like they're just very particular of like their lifestyle.
What is it they're so particular about?
It's just small town, man. It's just like a small town mentality. So I mean, whatever that means to you, honestly, it's like they're fishing and chopping their own wood and building their own house, and so it's a very insular community. So anyone who comes from the outside, they're like, "Who are you?" There's like a bunch of like mistrust types. You know,
I see. Like most small towns.
exactly.
Yeah.
But be able to go into these theaters and do Q&As afterwards, and then have like people like ask like nuanced questions about something you created is crazy.
Yeah,
It's insane.
you like that?
Yeah, it was
You think you'll
very
be doing more of these movies?
100%. Yeah, yeah. We already have 2 more feature scripts done. So after like we're gonna gain a little more success from this, and then go out to different like distribution and production companies to see if we can.
See if they'll give you some money
Exactly, bro.
to make some shit. Well, while you're here, why don't you chime in on some of these things that we want to talk about? Akaash, what do you think we should What do you think we should?
We did
give
Chuck.
the people?
We did Kaz met KD. The Lakers had Dave Chappelle with them. We could talk Mello debut. We could talk Julia Roberts as Harriet Tubman.
Son.
What, bro?
We were talking about this on Idiots a little bit, but bro, Julia Roberts is Harriet Tubman.
I'm watching that.
That shit is
in a
fire,
heartbeat,
yo.
bro.
That shit is
in a
fire.
heartbeat. I'm watching that in a heartbeat.
Can someone fill me in because this is what?
Julia Roberts is going to be Harriet Tubman.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
AlexxMedia going to be in that first in line, jerking off in the theater. That's your wildest fantasy, yo.
Some studio head, I guess came out on Variety yesterday talking about before the Tubman film that came out. Initially, they were planning to have Julia Roberts play Harriet Tubman, and some studio person was like, "Oh, she's Harriet Tubman's a black woman." It's like, "Oh, that happened so long ago, no one's gonna remember." And yeah, Julia Roberts probably had no idea until yesterday, but that was the big story. And
is this moving forward? Is this the story about?
I kind of wanted to now. Like,
it's coming out with Julia Roberts.
Y'all want to watch that shit?
There's no way.
It's coming out. Julia Roberts, Underground Railroad, Real Talk. I'm being dead serious.
Bro,
y'all didn't know about this?
You think I'm bullshitting? That shit's. I'm watching that shit in a heartbeat.
Chloe Sevigny is going to be Rosa Parks. They got a Rosa Parks
Chloe
movie
who?
coming out. Chloe Sevigny.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, but sound like a good white girl actress.
I'm like, did you just make a person up?
I think she's an actress.
Chloe Sevigny.
It sounded good.
The name?
Sevigny.
From where?
Yo, we got to think of great white people to play
there
black
she
roles.
goes.
There she is.
Chloe, it's
Wow.
a real person.
Yo,
You know you're white women, dog.
She
I
was
was
in,
like,
you
no,
know
you
who
made
she,
that
what
name
she
up.
was in? I think she was in Kids. That was a bitch that got AIDS
right.
in Kids.
so Emma Stone is gonna play Miss what the fuck's her name?
Michelle Obama.
Thank you. I said
hear
Miss
that.
Obama.
I'll take
Michelle
that.
Obama.
Fuck.
We need historical black figures, and who would play them the best? Which white person would play them the best? Malcolm X. Who would be the best Malcolm X? Let's be honest.
Are we trying to be real here?
100%. Who would? But they gotta
Christian
be white.
Bale. He would crush it.
Joaquin, yo.
I was going Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis would be a good Malcolm
Smoke
X,
that.
No,
bro.
he's Martin Luther King, bro. Daniel Day-Lewis is Martin Luther King.
I can see that actually. He's
Nah,
like,
you need someone. You need like a Richard Dreyfuss.
You got to pause.
You need a little
jaw.
someone a little thicker.
He's got a good jaw.
You got a good jaw.
Yeah, like you need good jaw lines because you do a lot of speeches. So you gotta get that side profile.
Yo.
This is important.
Martin Luther King didn't have a single bit of definition in his whole
No, talk
body.
about Malcolm
bro.
X.
Yeah,
Oh,
his-
Malcolm.
X.
Malcolm's
yeah.
out there, jaw
Yeah.
clenched, ready to go.
Strong jaw.
Malcolm X was hot, bro.
Yo, deadass. I know like at least a handful of women who had like legit, real deal, like I want to fuck Malcolm X vibes.
Yo, mad women probably
Bro,
want
I
to
get
Mad
it.
women, everybody. This is
I
a
get
hot
he's
ass
a
dude.
handsome motherfucker, bro.
Look at him.
Probably how all the bitches.
he look a little cockeyed in that picture, but yeah, generally.
Now look at that smile.
Malcolm's
First
the
off,
greatest, dude.
Him and Martin got wild pussy.
Yo, Martin was getting all the pussy.
Martin
though.
Luther King got so much ass.
Yeah, once Malcolm went legit, once he became Malcolm, he like cleaned up his whole shit.
Yeah,
That's why
wild shit
he's
is
the
like
greatest.
The FBI tried to discredit him for that. Like black people were gonna
Look
stop
at him. He's
following
about to
him
smell
because
his
of
fingers
that.
right in this one. He's about to smell his fingers right here.
I had all
Let me-
these fingers
Let
in
me
these.
tell you something, bitch. Bitch, if you tell Coretta with that exact point,
Yo.
like the door's right there, bitch.
I had a dream last night. Just kidding. I was up all night fucking pussy.
Like, that's gonna make me respect them any less. Like I don't understand why people try to use that to
To act
One
like.
picture over from the one up.
which one?
What's that?
She had the biggest titties.
You should have seen these titties from the Mississippi to the
I've
mountaintop,
seen those titties from the mountaintop. My God.
to the valleys of Georgia and the mountains of Mississippi.
Oh man, it's like Coretta, you're a little too close to me, bitch.
Yo, we gotta go.
Look,
Oh man, come on. Of course he's gonna get pussy. You kidding me? The way he could talk, the way people followed him, bro.
Hell yeah.
You gotta take the good with the bad after a while, man. Like if
What
you
you
Coretta,
mean?
you gotta take that on the chin.
What,
Is
Coretta?
that his wife right
Yeah,
there?
that's Coretta Scott. Yeah. You gotta take
Yo,
that
shouts to Coretta, bro.
She's a
She's
rider,
bad.
man. Like she knows what the greater good is. Like,
Facts. Like he's out there for all black people.
bro,
know what I mean?
he's out there risking his life. He's stressed out.
Yeah.
FBI tapping his phone.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers trying to kill him and shit.
It's like, what are you doing for black people, Coretta?
Letting him fuck other people.
Exactly. That's the least you could do.
God damn.
Keeping dreams alive. Coretta Scott King.
That made me revere him even more. Did all that shit.
That man
Wasn't
was
he
a
just
legend.
wasn't he just fucking white bitches?
Nah.
Nah, black kept it
Come on,
black.
son. He's
Oh,
about
he did,
that
really?
life,
Okay.
bro.
Shit,
Black,
About
bro.
that life, man. He's
Kept
like,
it
come on.
black.
He's about equality everywhere except on his dick. This is blacks only.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to segregate anything here.
So Mello tried to come back.
Kaz was. I read Kaz's tweets first, and I thought Mello lit it up, and then
He
Or
did.
14.
First quarter,
Yo.
he was on.
Fam,
he
you were
missed his
off on
first 2
Twitter
or
last
3
night.
shots, yo.
Yo.
Son, this guy was
First
way
off,
off. You
first
were
off,
like,
first off,
you
first
said
off.
Chris Paul can still
off.
ball. Chris
First
Paul
off.
went like 1 for 6
First off,
in
first off.
30 minutes.
First off.
What?
First off. That's not important. The important thing is Melo's back on the team.
So,
And
The
they
Blazers
lost.
suck.
and
The
yo,
Blazers sucked already.
yo, but here's
And
the
they're
thing.
running the offense through him like he wasn't just on the street last week. He took there's no reason
He hit
for him to
4
take
shots.
14
Look,
shots.
Chris Paul is still wild nice. Can
He
you
is.
bring up Chris Paul's statistics from last night's game?
Who cares about
1
stats?
for 6,
Who cares about
30
stats?
minutes. How else is he nice? He's
Who cares
kind.
about stats? He was
No, he ain't even that.
He was
His hairline is just atrocious.
He
Chris Paul?
absolutely
Yeah.
controlled that game. He controlled the game. It was great.
What was the final score?
They lost, but it's the Lakers. They beat everybody. So what? Danilo Gallinari. All right, let's see that. Oh, 10 assists? 5? Come on, son. That's a good
4
game.
points.
4 points.
4
5
points.
rebounds.
1 of 6 shooting.
Son, that's a bad line for Ricky Rubio.
10 dimes, though. 10 dimes.
You have Dennis Schroeder though, or however you pronounce his
He
name.
was busting Rondo ass last night.
He
But-
really was,
but
huh?
LeBron,
Give me
LeBron's
that.
still LeBron, bro. I can't believe we doubted this motherfucker. What people did.
25, 10, and 11. I would say that's controlling a game more than 4, 10, and 5.
Oh, there's a point. Listen, all right. I'm just saying. Stop fucking up my narrative. The
Mello,
motherfucker
4 and
still go, bro.
14. 4 of 14. 10 points, I think.
10. It was 10.
Son,
Yeah,
10
they
points.
lost.
He
Yo, he hit
thought
his
that
first
he
shot.
played well.
You had his first shot.
They asked him, "How do you feel like you deserve to be out there?" Something like that. Yeah, I thought I did great, or something like that. He is a delusional human being.
How's he delusional?
Son, he
He
bummed
came fresh
it
off
up.
the street. He's already the third best player on that team. The
No,
reason
that's
why
the
they
thing
brought
about
him,
the team,
the reason
man.
why they brought him on that team is because they fucking suck. What are they like?
They
5
brought
and
him on the
10?
team to guarantee the tank. You bring Melo
Come
on a
on,
team if
son.
you want a lottery pick. That's
Come
a lottery
on,
pick
son.
guarantee.
Come on.
Yo,
son.
honestly,
wrong?
Dame needs the
Dame
help.
Lillard didn't play. Fucking what's he call it? CJ
Okay,
cut this
hits a
motherfucker
wide open 3.
Gotta hit that, which he does.
You know his
Gives it
jersey
a go.
number, 00, is how many wins he's going to contribute to.
Why do people hate Melo?
Because he's so hateable, dude.
Why?
'Cause
I
he's
never like there was so much like
hateable.
vitriol towards him yesterday. I was like, what?
Because
no,
he's
dude, that was so
delusional. People
fucking-
don't. Nobody likes anybody that doesn't have self-awareness.
Yo,
Exactly.
there's way more.
He's the Amanda
unlikable people
Seals
in
of the NBA.
But not with that big of a profile. I've been waiting for us to uncork that one.
By far,
Yo.
there isn't Amanda Seals in the
Yo.
NBA.
That's
It
oblivious.
is fucking Melo. Just no clue, yapping. Everybody's looking at her like, "What the fuck are you saying? Yo? Like, you don't need to talk all the time."
Jeez. I'll be.
Yo, stop blaming everybody else, yo.
Yo, it
Sometimes
might
the
be
shit is
you,
you.
yo.
No, definitely. Today's the episode title is definitely "Maybe It's You."
Maybe it's you.
Maybe it's
Bro.
fucking you. yo.
Maybe it's you,
Holy fuck! You can't be. Everybody's not pressing you, man. Maybe you just annoying.
bro. Bro.
Ain't nobody
Maybe.
want you at the party, Mello. Take your ass home,
I'm asking
dog.
for the invites.
Yeah,
God damn
babe,
it.
you a +1 in Portland.
Nah, you on the do not, yo, you on the do not
Carmelo
play this man
Amandine.
list.
Yo, Carmelo Amanda. Yo, why is Amanda so annoying? Yo?
Oh, I don't fucking know,
Yo,
man.
why, babe?
Yo, I have no.
Why, yo?
That's what makes it so weird. Like I have no honest reason to not like her. But she's like, I could just smell, like, you know, when you just know someone's just fucking annoying.
Yes.
It's just like,
What
she's done
is
nothing
it?
to me? Like I've probably ran into her a few times. She's probably a decent, pleasant person to be around. But holy fuck, I'll see some shit and I'm like, I can 1,000,000% understand why people will find you
It's
annoying.
the cockiness at which she says everything.
Yeah.
Is what gets me.
Yeah.
It's like
She's 100% right.
a million, like with no flaws in what
You saw
say.
her stand up?
I mean, you know,
gave it a
just
shot.
I gave it exactly. I gave it a
I
6
heard
minute
her
shot.
say to another comic, stand up, and she used this word so proudly. She was like, I see stand up comedy as a conduit to what and she hit conduit like she just fucking blew our minds. As a conduit to what I really want
You
to
gotta
do.
do that hand.
And she did the hands. And that's what that shit is like. It's a fucking open window I want to jump out of every time she starts telling jokes.
I'm not gonna go talk about another comic's,
Nah,
jokes
she
and
talked
shit.
on Chappelle, and that's where I was
That's
really
her,
germing.
but that's her karma, man. As long as you're not stealing, as long as you're not doing anything, I'm not gonna shit on you. That's we handle that business in house, but
I mean, her stand up was all right. It wasn't nothing I went back
I didn't
to.
watch it.
Yeah.
When I found out about the mute feature on Instagram, she was the very first person I went to meet. The very first person.
That's so
You
funny,
couldn't
yo.
unfollow?
I mean, I feel bad on following. I don't know why.
Dog, the mute button is for us motherfuckers with hearts. We're like,
It's about time Instagram got this shit. I was waiting on that forever, yo. Forever.
Wait, you can mute on Instagram?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I'm
yes.
talking about. So you don't
Just
you know how she
avoid
posts 1,000 stories in a day? Oh my god, when I was
I don't follow
no
her.
longer have to see that shit. Oh,
But so she's muted.
yeah.
So, but what is it? Is that it? You think it's the arrogance?
Yeah.
It's just like, what is
No.
it, Akash? Akash going.
She doesn't
No, no,
bother
no,
me
Akash
per
got something.
se.
It's
Akash cooking something up
It's
over
a
there.
tweet that's a real banger about Amanda Seals, and I don't even know if I should read it. You, Kaz, you read it and tell me if I should put that
I'll
on
read
there.
it first before I say it.
Let me see.
Because it's a banger, dog. It's a banger. It's like this. My man don't give a fuck.
Who's this?
And he's a friend of mine, so I don't put him out. I don't put him out, but this shit is.
Yo, the
Flagrant.
escalation of the tweet is what caused that phase. Because it's like, it's normal for the first 2 or 3 lines, and then the last one, I'm like, oh shit, that took a turn.
All right, I'll read it. This is Quincy Jones comedy. Amanda Seals is a bitter, toxic woman who got ran out of New York City for her attitude. She moved to LA and changed nothing, and I befriended her when she came. She said I faked my cancer. Fuck her, and I hope karma catches her before I do, because I owe her a fucking fade on Crip.
Have you put anything on the gang that you on any gang? I know you're 1,000%.
Hey, keep this shit in the
mean that
Patreon.
shit,
Because
yo.
I texted Quincy. I was like, you wildin'. You don't got to delete the tweet because it's literally the greatest tweet I've ever read in my life, yo, to put it on Crip. But like,
put
you
on your-
wildin'. But
nah,
I'll
he
say
meant
this.
that shit.
Quincy has had cancer. Quincy Jones is a comedian who had
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah.
Terminal. Everybody thought he got some experimental procedure done, and he saved his life.
God bless.
Some crazy treatment. And then HBO, Ellen found out about the story, gave him a story. Then HBO gave him a special. By all means,
did
man, do
Conan
your
too.
special. Then the rumors started popping up because comics are jealous fucking haters. He faked his cancer.
To get an HBO special.
Yeah.
He was at a friend of mine. We have a friend, Robbie Slovic. He was on Inside Jokes. He was at Robbie's place, staying with him in New York, on the subway, and then just fainted, and they had to go visit him in the hospital. Found out he had cancer. It's a real thing. So if I had cancer and she was out there saying I faked it, I would be livid. I don't know if I say I'd knock her out on Crip.
Yeah, like that shit took a turn. I was like, whoa. I just find her as a nuisance. Like, I'm not trying to.
I'll mute her on IG.
Yeah, like you can mute an IG, like, whoa.
You know who's been killing her, bro?
lot.
There's these guys in Montreal named
Abba
Abba
and Preach. They're funny, yo.
They're funny. Those are my guys, man. Remember that show I did with like 15,000 people at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was their show.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so they're running shit out there, and they got this YouTube channel, and they are killing Amanda. And Amanda mad tight every time a video comes out.
Yeah.
And then they just throw it right back on her. And I think the reason is, listen, I'm not following Amanda. I don't know anything. But I think what happens is Amanda speaks with such authority about shit she has not researched at all.
Yeah.
And then, so what happens is when you do that, you just keep on contradicting yourself constantly. And they just use old shit she says, and like, oh, bro, they are bodying.
I found out about their videos before. They had another one about the comic in Canada who was like calling out everybody, the
Little
transgender
tranny?
comic who was,
Yeah.
And then I found out she was out here raping bitches.
Yeah.
And they did a video about her. And then I was fuck with their vibe. It just seemed like sensibilities that lined up with ours.
Yeah,
So I was
we're
like,
gonna
oh, I
have them
like
on
these guys.
when
Oh,
they
no
come by.
doubt,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I was actually going to reach out to them at some point.
No, they're gonna come on when they're in the city. They're gonna be here in December, but if we're here, we can do it. If
I
not, then next time. But they're good guys and they're part of new media and they're like researched and shit.
They're smart, yeah.
They're smart. They get the game. But
Yeah.
it's interesting. You could see the movement, the anti-Amanda movement happening. It's fascinating. Like if you pay attention to YouTube, you could tell cultural shifts a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm never against those. I'm never with like an anti-person movement.
Yeah.
But those thoughts, like ways of thinking,
Yeah, you gotta go.
it's like, come on, son.
Fraudulence is the thing that always just drives me up the fucking wall.
It's like, dog, like I said, like I don't know the person personally. Like I have nothing against her. Like I find her nothing more of a nuisance. I don't want to put her on Crip.
Yeah.
Like that. But it's just like, now we're at the time where it's like, all right, come on, son. Like what are we?
Over a fade.
What are we really doing? Are you really like a freedom fighter because you didn't get invited to a party? A party, dog? Like is this?
Why is she getting invited to the party besides the obvious?
That's what I've gathered from most of the people who've said certain shit. It's like, yo, like y'all don't get along. You don't get along with this person. This person she's Issa's right hand. It's her party.
The ball's on you to not get along with your boss's right hand.
Bro, like
Son, why you think I'm nice to Alex?
if Alex throws a party, doesn't want Rory
Hey,
to
if you don't
come.
like me, Alex, we got work to do, bro. I'm gonna figure it out. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Word.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, nah. It's just
Nah, I heard from somebody on the show like nobody likes her.
Somebody on the show tweeted, "It's your fault." They deleted the tweet. But my man, I forget, he played Dro, and he was just like,
Oh,
hey,
fucking, what's his name?
something like if
Sarunas. Fucking tall motherfucker.
Yeah,
real
Sarunas.
beat. Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
light skinned
good guy.
boy
Yeah,
He
pretty
wanted to
good.
come on
good
here.
dude. Fuck with him.
Get him on.
Yeah, he wanted to come on. Yeah.
on here.
Yeah.
Give us more
no
He
details.
did my slam podcast.
He can give us more details about Amanda.
Yeah, bet he can. Bet he can, bro.
Yo, let's get him and Abba and Preach on at the same time. Nice big ass mashup.
That'd be wild.
This her last season on Insecure, gotta be.
You think?
Issa ain't playing that shit, dog. Issa she's a smart fucking girl.
Yeah, she's
Issa's
a boss.
like-
And I respect everything she did with her own show, and I like the show. But she also knows, how to politic.
Dog, I
And you-
respect the fuck out of Issa.
Once
bro.
everybody
Like,
turns
she's
on this girl,
fucking-
she's not gonna be loyal. She wasn't even loyal when she wasn't invited to the party. She's like, I'm staying out of that. Y'all gotta work it out. Which is textbook. Hey, bitch, you in the wrong, and I don't want to fight with you. So
100%.
I'm out of it. It's too conflicting to me. Nobody
She's like-
likes you. I don't like you.
She's
You know what I
like
mean? Like
knocking on the A-list right now too. Like she's like
Issa,
Issa's like there.
Oh, she there? I
ain't
thought,
that
she
shit,
not
yo.
there? I thought she A-list. Nah, it's
I'd
close.
say,
I don't
like
know,
B
man.
plus
Very
list.
close, yeah,
Like
very
Okay.
you know, she's up there.
What
I mean,
what A-list shit has she done?
that's what I'm saying. Like I think she's knocking on.
bro,
the
you
A-list.
got your own
okay.
hit
She's
show on
almost-
Insecure on HBO. That's a
HBO,
pretty
yeah.
big deal.
Yeah,
Huge.
you have your own HBO show.
Now she got the movies coming.
She's been in
and
some
shit,
movies.
like,
She's
yeah.
getting roles.
Yeah,
And
so
respect,
it's like,
man.
the
She did
fuck
that
am
shit
I-
all herself with a
Yeah.
web series. Like
the
much
youth
respect.
Off a
shit,
web
like,
series,
yeah.
She got. I always respect anybody who gets it on their own. So like, I'll never say a bad word about Issa.
I listened
She's
to
dope
Issa
as fuck.
talk. She said that show was in development for 3
Yeah,
years.
it was just an awkward black girl
On HBO.
But
On HBO, it was in development for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's a crazy long time to develop a show.
HBO don't play around, man.
Yeah.
When they ready to shoot it out, it got to be ready, because that's really all they got. They charge more than everybody else, and they give less. Like HBO Go's probably the most expensive joint, and
I barely use it.
because there ain't nothing on it.
No.
But when they do have a show, it's a must-see TV.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, like, you don't have to give us more. Just give
Yeah.
us quality.
Give us the best.
Son,
it's
if-
like
if-
fucking.
Netflix gives us all this bullshit, and we think we like it. If you just give us one fucking show we love,
Yeah.
we will pay the price of admission every single month.
There's two forms of entertainment that own days of the week. That's football and HBO.
Facts.
HBO's
Oh, fuck, that's
own,
good.
Facts.
They own
That's good.
Sundays. Like, so if you have the show on Sunday, you're golden. Like you don't fuck. Nothing else fucking matters.
And the
what are
longevity
we
is
watching after the
crazy.
NFL game?
Dude, there was a time when Netflix was really rivaling HBO, and that shit that done, they used to mean something. And now it's like, oh, y'all are trying to buy up the market. I get it, but there's still some bangers, a lot of not. AMC was the shit for a little bit. They had Mad Men, then they had Breaking Bad.
Hot.
Then they did a show where Common was a cowboy, and it's like, all right, well, there goes that. HBO been the shit since fucking. There was a show in the
Walking Dead
90s.
too. They had a great
Oh,
run.
and
bro.
Walking Dead, yo.
AMC had an unprecedented run in TV history. Nobody has had that many hit shows happen
From a
in row.
nothing network, but then it fizzled. And now Walking Dead is still there, but that's it.
Yeah, Breaking
HBO
Bad,
had the
Better
show.
Call Saul, first HBO show I really got into was Arliss.
Arliss, they even had a show
Arliss,
before
Arliss,
that
yeah,
where
yeah,
like the guy was all in his dreams. Fuck, I can't remember the name right now, but it's like all the guy had like mad like imaginary shit going on. Fuck, I can't remember the name. But anyway, they had that show in the early
Wire and
90s.
The Sopranos were
The Sopranos changed TV.
Yeah.
Wire,
Every show you like is
Sopranos.
because of The Sopranos.
Yes, facts. Yeah,
Wait, so y'all weren't teens watching Real Sex?
Oh, real sex. That's what changed.
Just making sure.
Jerking off in diners to
Yeah.
that shit, bro.
What was it? Hookers on the Point? Another one.
Oh,
Another banger.
yeah.
Classic moment in television history.
Taxi Cab Confessions.
Taxi
Cab
Cab
Confessions,
Confessions, bro.
My first Baby Nuts came off of HBO's.
Yeah.
Yo,
HBO
real talk.
specials,
HBO might have
Cinemax.
invented the like reality genre.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Right?
shit.
It gave like porn personality to me.
Yeah, it did.
like, I
Like
don't
there
give
was
a
a.
fuck
But
there
what
was
was
a-
for, what was the was MTV first on reality
Real World?
before them? Real World. Thank you.
Yeah,
Real
well,
World-
Real World was
I think
before
Real-
that.
before
Wait,
that,
Real World
yeah.
was before HBO's
Before Real Sex.
Real Sex and all that kind
I
of
think
shit.
so, yeah.
It was. All right,
It had to
fair
be
enough.
around in the same time though.
Look, point is.
G-String Divas. That's another one.
Oh hells yes.
Classics. I know all these nasty ass shows.
I didn't have cable. I didn't know none of that shit, but I knew of it. And it was like, it sounded so ill
I
to me as a
remember
Why
kid.
you're so happy,
vividly.
Akash.
This is crazy. So I remember. I'm gonna give you a throwback. Remember the Hunts Point? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Remember there was one episode where this black dude didn't have a car, and he was just walking up to the hookers on the street to try to get them to fuck, and he eventually gets one to fuck, and you see him hitting it from the back, and he's kind of like looking around while he's fucking it from the back, and he pulls out and the condom had broken.
Oh my God. That's the most terrifying.
There's one point in time where she takes a phone call while she's sucking dick. She's like, "I gotta go, girl. I'm sucking dick." You guys don't remember this episode?
No.
Manners.
This guy busting her, I guess, fucking her from the back. Huge dick, massive dick.
Wow.
And
The only way you signing that waiver,
disclaimer,
that release.
right? Yeah, I'll release all this.
Yeah.
So crazy thing. I met that guy at a comedy show.
Fuck out of here.
You remember Brooklyn Mike, the comedian?
Yeah.
That's Brooklyn Mike's homie. And I'm at Caroline's, and this dude is like kind of hanging around. I'm like, how the fuck do I know this guy? And I go up to him, I was like, bro, how do I know you, man? You seem familiar. He goes, you ever watch that Real Sex one?
That's crazy.
And I was like, wait a minute,
To
were
be
you the
proud
guy
of
in a
it.
parking lot? Yeah.
And you go, you know what? Let me see your dick, bro. I know for sure I know your dick. Let me see your dick. I'll pick your dick out of a lineup, dude.
Yo, you remember?
You know how
remember when
big
a
it was?
comic sent Blau a dick pic on accident, and then Blau would just drop that shit on us in a group chat all the
Yes.
time.
What was his name?
Foo.
Foo, yeah. Foo. There was a dude that would just send out a dick pic to like a group text of girls. He would just send it all out at once, right?
I don't know. Somehow Blau got the dick pic.
But
Maybe he's
you
trying
were
to fuck, I don't know.
involved in the dick pic.
Yo, he just unsolicited sent me the dick pic.
But not, he thought you were a girl, right?
That's the story that I invented in my brain. I don't know, bro. I don't know. He just sent it to me.
I fucks a fool. He had to have known. He had it done on accident. I mean, that
Dude,
shit had to be
you
accident.
know-
It gets crazier because we confronted him about it.
No. Case, another homie of ours, Case Rosso. I'll never forget this shit.
Yeah.
We were doing a Village Lantern show. Yeah. It was like a Saturday. It was like the fun show. Blau would send us this dick pic nonstop, and whenever we're just group chatting about something else, Blau wouldn't respond for a while, and then he'd just throw the dick pic in there.
He had a hog beast, bro.
Dude, he really
This
did, bro.
thing,
He did.
holy shit.
Maybe he just dropped it as a flex, like let motherfuckers know what time it is. But
respect
anyway,
it.
You know those containers with almond milk come in? That's what it fucking
who
looks like.
performing at the Lantern, right? This is my guy. He's in town. I'm like, yeah, you get up. I'm not gonna act like I'm gonna pretend I don't know what your dick look like,
Right.
but you get on the show. Case comes downstairs. Case comes downstairs. I'm like, yo, Case, this is Foo. This is Case. Case reaches in, shakes his hand. He goes, what did you say your name was? Foo? And then Foo goes, yeah, man. He goes, I have seen your dick so many times. I was like, yo, we here.
So wait, what happened? Did
Foo was just like, huh? How? And then we told him, he just started laughing. He was like, I do be sending that shit to girls doing the angles and all that, the arches. He just kind of owned it. He was like, yeah, I guess so. My bad.
respect
Is he still doing stand-up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I see him every once in a while.
All right,
Every
good.
once in a while, yeah.
Shouts to Foo and that big ass dick.
Dude, God, it was impressive. It's just impressive.
Nah, he had a good piece of meat.
Oh yeah,
He had a
dude.
good piece of meat on him.
Yeah.
Whose dick is bigger, his or hookers at the point?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know what? The reason I'll say hookers at the point is
Okay.
because I saw that guy's dick clearly in the dark.
Wow.
And he's a black man.
Wow.
So his dick was so pronounced, the shadow of his dick. I bet you can get the video up. Hey, Eden, look up. I'm really bad at Googling. Hold on. Google's
Can't be worse than
I'm
that.
not good at Googling, bro.
Hold my beer.
Do you want me to you want me to tell you what I would have looked up in Google?
100%.
Yeah, right there. Okay. This is what I would type in Google. Guy has sex with hooker, hunts point, condom break.
Oh, that's
not
not
bad.
nearly as bad.
Is that good?
It's pretty descriptive. Condom break. Oof.
Okay.
Y'all remember
Video,
the
though.
Hunts Point special
Video.
on HBO Lipstick Alley. Okay. Boom.
Oh
Okay.
God,
Oh, we're
Lipstick
here.
Alley. What is there a
And
less
there
fun
is the
website to go
link,
to
yo.
for nudity?
Jesus. Lipstick Alley is a hellhole. It really is.
Are you on Lipstick Alley yet?
No, what is it?
We gotta talk about that one day.
Well,
What's Lipstick Alley?
Lipstick Alley.
Lipstick Alley is like
It's
I'm
like
on
a
there.
big ass gossip. You on there?
Yeah,
on
they're
there.
You
shitting
really
on me.
are gay.
They're shitting on, no. I have a video that a bunch of women are shitting on my heckler
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
because they said I hate black women or whatever, and then because the bitch I'm arguing with is black.
Yeah.
No, I don't hate black women. They're just not equal. Whatever. It's no, but they found some old guy code clip of me saying my mom wants me to marry a white girl, and then somehow it gets into this and like he hates black women, and the comments are all so racist back at what they think is my racism. They're like, whatever. His people just rape women and drag their knuckles everywhere, some shit like that. I was like, yo, wild, yo.
God.
Son, that's fiery.
What is Lipstick
Yeah,
Alley?
someone explain this to me.
Now,
Is
Lipstick Alley is like a forum.
Angry black woman forum.
Yeah.
Is this what
Let's stop
they
bullshitting.
do while they wait for their food to heat up?
I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit in it. Like they talk about us in there. Well, they talk about like horrible decisions as well. Like a lot of like podcasts.
Uh-oh.
Tea.
Oh, you saw the top joint? They
Yeah.
coming for her, bro.
Damn.
It might be a wrap.
Damn.
Yo, but
goes
don't
in
you
on
need
that.
to be like a member to like read or comment or some shit like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna find this video, B.
I don't have the.
Son,
Yo, he needs this shit.
you gotta see this dick.
both? Can I take both? Will it fit?
Go for it.
I'm gonna look up Flagrant 2 Lipstick Alley in the meantime, see what we got.
We got some shit. Oh shit.
No,
Yeah,
we
let
do.
me-
We
let me see
definitely
it
do.
first before.
Alex, you know?
Yeah.
You looked?
Nah, well, I mean, I hear from Weezy all the time. Cause
What did they say?
She
Wheezy on there.
fucking Andrew's toxic as hell. Doesn't like everything you would suspect they would say about Andrew. They say that plus worse.
Oh, I don't see any shit like that. I see one about brilliant idiots.
No, none of that shit.
Oh yeah, you don't wanna.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah,
We
fuck
good.
all that.
We good.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
on
not
that bitch,
searching
though.
right because she was showing me a few things and that shit is crazy.
Age 52 and still working the streets.
Yeah. These
Click on that, bro. All right.
Yo, why you type like a fucking 4-year-old, dog?
No,
This is how
That's
that's how I
Did
type.
you do it?
It's just mad slow, yo.
That was slow.
You typing like you just learning how to
You
like,
see how it feels?
I thought I got that out.
you typing like you taking a typing test right now and you nervous about getting errors?
yeah, he places his fingers like the
I gotta
proper way
place
to
the
type.
fingers. Yeah.
The proper way you're supposed to
Can
type
you
out.
can you type? Can you type
I mean,
without
I do
looking?
that too.
I look. I have to look. You guys are out here not looking. Yeah. Everyone.
No, I gotta look.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, good. You gotta look.
No,
Akash, you gotta look.
I
What do you mean?
Look and type.
I don't gotta look.
You don't gotta
I
look.
think I'm more diverse than nah.
I type a lot.
All right, good.
I gotta-
I type like
No, I gotta start looking and then I'm good.
Oh no, I'm looking the whole time.
Okay, you guys gotta talk while I'm looking this up.
Oh, I'm trying to read the worst. I'm looking for the worst comment on my shit.
I'm looking at Tory Lane's
Well,
headline. This shit is
just talk
lovely.
while I figure this
This
shit
shit
out.
is lovely.
All right,
We'll get
word.
back to that.
Hey,
Go.
Blau,
Yo.
can you tell the story real quick about when these guys didn't go to the movies with you?
Oh, leaving out Blau. We
Yeah,
told
that-
the story on the podcast. Yeah, we haven't gotten your point of view that we had you run a show and then went to go see Prometheus without you.
Well, this is the
and then
thing.
made it. And then made it.
This is the
and
thing.
made-
This is the thing about when you're left out like that. You have to act like you don't care, right? So that's what I was doing, And then when I got though, I felt like I got my point across to them that I actually didn't care. Then I went home and felt real bad. You know?
Oh, man, that's great. Yo, we had fun, man. We used to knock food out of each other's hands. Like, we were all poor. Like, food meant something. And we would just knock that shit out of your hands.
Oh, you're not going to find this video.
The fuck I won't.
We can watch an hour and 30 minutes.
I'm going through the whole hour to see this guy's dick, bro. That's how much I miss it.
Oh, my God.
You know why this dick is better than Food's? Because this dick got credits. This is an HBO dick.
This is the episode, you know for sure?
Oh, just click right there.
Yo.
Oh, gosh.
Sure.
Is that the dude?
No.
Oh, that's a
That's
cop.
not him, yo.
I thought he was taking measurements.
Got him.
Yo.
Drew,
Comment about me?
Find it on YouTube, son.
Say what?
You're not gonna find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Son.
If you
It's
saw
here.
the
You gotta go
actual
to
dick-
HBO
Yo, this
Max,
is honestly,
bro. You know
this
they
is honestly
sw-
like wild that you're this obsessed with finding this dick.
Yo, son.
Honestly, I am as well. I'm
You know
I'm
they
very-
swept through the shit clean, bro.
I just think it's
HBO ain't just gonna let that shit hang on YouTube, especially you remember it.
Wait, why wouldn't they?
Because they got their own streaming service.
So are
They're
these
trying to let
are these
YouTube be-
real hookers?
This is the
This is
HBO
real
show.
hookers, bro.
Oh, they're all real hookers.
Yes.
Oh, you never heard of this show?
No, because I just saw a cop.
This
I thought they were like
is the
fake.
HBO show.
like
It's just
setup
not
hookers.
in this episode.
Yeah.
It's another
yeah,
one
man.
of the
For
episodes.
sure. But it was a series. That's what makes it so fucking hard.
Oh, you saying I gotta look through all of them?
Andrew, you ever get a prostitute?
Did I ever? Yeah.
In Russia, right?
Ukraine, not Russia. What?
How was it?
Maybe it's this one.
10 out of 10?
It was okay. I had to fake a nut on the second time.
The second time you got two
Yeah,
different
that's
ones.
crazy. Why would you pay to fake?
Well, because Jamil went to fuck his, and mine was looking at me, and she was like, "Are you not gonna fuck me?" And then I'm like, "Oh,
You felt
God.
bad for him.
God.
Son, I did. I felt, you know what I mean? It's like, so you gotta feed the dog.
That's a stray, yo. You ain't gotta feed no stray.
That's funny.
Feed yours.
Akash, you ever fake a nut?
Nah, bro. I'm
right.
good. I'm a goodie.
That's my man. I found my man, son. I found him. After all this time, I found my man.
You did find him?
I swear to God, I
Yeah,
found him.
but where?
He went away, but he's it.
Oh, that's him?
That's my man's.
Is that his nose or his dick?
You like put it,
That's a big ass nose, I tell you
put it
what.
back? Yeah, how she got uneven cheeks?
Yo, you gotta listen to this guy talk. Put the volume on.
Hoses out there, sucking dick. Not the type of hose nigga really want. The individual want a hoe that's glamorous.
He's got a good R&B voice.
He really does. He sounds like fucking Quiet Storm from
Smooth jazz.
WBLS.
You know what I mean? And they just really get chained to the game.
Oh, it's classic radio.
And it's best to fuck with a hoe than a crackhead, because a crackhead gonna go to the limit with any and everybody. A hoe, you're gonna do certain things.
Oh my God.
They got some type of respect.
Son, you met this dude?
Met this guy.
What was he like?
Was he 70 years old?
Nah, he was chill, bro.
How'd you
black
respond when he
Oh,
told
this
you?
scene was great too. Oh my God, we'll go back to that too.
How'd
This
you
was
respond when he
hilarious.
told you who he was?
I just knew. I just fucking dapped
Oh,
him
this
up.
shit is wild.
Smell that new pussy. Bitch could have bifocals on.
I remember this chick. Yeah.
Yeah, now
She was
y'all
like-
remember.
She was like the star of the show. I remember her, yo.
Clothes. Where's the new girl? They don't give a fuck. These Johns are sick bastards.
How y'all doing?
She talks like Joe DiMaggio.
Yo, look at my man. Then we're gonna go back. We should watch this whole episode with him.
It's for you to eat her pussy.
Is this the big dick dude?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, why you can't charge me extra 25? Damn, I'm saying it ain't like I got $1 million or something.
Yo, he's like bargaining.
Negotiating. Yeah. The Indian in me appreciates this.
Working me at all.
This the part that turns me on.
Saving money.
And you know they lying. And then when they say,
Okay, here we go, guys. You ready for it?
when they go in there,
You fucking ready for this shit, guys?
Man, we got good hair.
Look at his fucking soft dick hanging down that far,
That's
dude.
a thing. My man got that yaw,
He
yo.
got that. Yeah. This shit look like one of them.
Look at him looking around.
Yo, look at him looking for the 5-0. Kaz, you gonna miss his dick?
So,
Look at her going for it. This was on HBO. We would watch this on HBO as kids. What the fuck? And he asked for consent. He goes, "Can I touch your hair?" That's consent.
Wow.
Look. Listen, he goes, "You cheating."
Who's getting a phone call?
Wait for it. This is great.
What's up, girl? I'm sucking dick right now. Let me tell you right back.
That's fucking wild, yo.
That's friendship, though.
Look at. He would go, you cheating means she wasn't going that down far enough.
Yeah.
This guy was the man, bro.
I wish I could just fuck you.
You got 20 more?
20 more that's gonna cost me 60 to fuck?
Half and half.
Why can't
The
you
half
just
and
charge
half?
me the 50
He's
to
looking
fuck?
around like the hamburger, bro.
Look at him negotiating while getting head. You know how
That
fucking
deal.
much
Well,
concentration that
just
takes?
came home, you know what I mean? I ain't got no money like that. Alright?
Got her!
I'm gonna try to.
I mean, it's probably pretty easy to bargain with a hoe.
Yeah,
Come on, son, get into it. Look at him.
I love the
You
music,
would
bro.
watch this.
You like it?
Hold on. Listen. This is great. Watch it.
Hey, fuck that pussy. Bend down some more.
Yo, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Listen to the music.
Nigga's wild inside.
This is his mixtape.
He can't be hiding that well. There's a whole camera crew watching this shit.
Oh, she knew. But they guarantee didn't get her consent for this.
Oh, of course not. Her face is blurred out.
How'd they get her audio so good? Must have had
It's a
a
hot
boom
mic.
on him.
Yeah.
Hot mic.
God,
This
Mike.
is it. Here it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh. He don't give a fuck. He's like, yo, just clean it up.
Yeah, the napkin ready.
I ain't mean for the condom to break. No, I didn't feel it.
Hey,
Broke when I pulled down.
Damn, this sounds
This music is fantastic.
hell of a soundtrack.
It's the cum coming out. Such a dude thing to say.
No.
You're lying, bro.
Oh, we got the best logic.
Look at him. Look at him getting her little napkins.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So. And that's it, Bryce.
Did he hug her at the end? Looked like they hugged.
Nah, this bitch still on the
I
ground.
think they
yo.
hugged, bro. He's gonna hug her.
No, he's still putting away his dick. That's how long it takes.
What did she clean him
Son,
up?
he said, "I like your cowboy hat." You guys missed that.
Son, this guy is hilarious. Dude.
After he fucked her?
After he
Yeah.
fucked.
That's so funny.
And now he walking. So look, what I think is so hilarious about this is, he really won the negotiation, right?
Of course.
Because not only did he get the fuck and the dick suck for 40, right? He didn't pay any extra. She's got to go get Plan B, which is 20
Oh my god.
to 40.
Yo, this is before
So
Plan
she's
B,
only up
right? Don't you
20.
gotta get that abortion? You gotta get that scoopity?
I mean,
Wait a minute,
it's
do you?
it's
Or they didn't have Plan B
it's
back
a
in the day?
72-hour
No,
window.
They had
Yeah, they
Plan
definitely
B back
had.
in the day.
No, they had
I
Plan
thought
B.
Plan B's new.
Plan B relatively
ain't
new.
that new,
Relatively.
bro.
Can we look up when Plan
Son,
B hit the
Emergency
market?
contraceptive has been around for
Yo.
a while. Like,
How mad,
yeah,
how mad do you
yeah.
think Brad Pitt was when he realized that his company is named Plan B? How fucking
Oh,
pissed.
shit, I know that.
You know what's also funny is like look what we're doing for a living. We're sitting here watching dudes fuck hookers, and people are in Manhattan right now buying and selling.
2006. Oh, wow. Plan B.
Yeah,
Plan
this
B
is
pretty
pre
good.
Oh, wow,
2006.
This
right
guy
here.
got over on her 300 for an
It
abortion.
only came out in
That shit's
2006?
Bro, that shit
Yeah.
barely older than the
Wow.
iPhone.
Oh, jeez.
I thought it was way older
the
than
year I
that.
started college. What a
Just in
time.
time.
Fellas,
Jesus.
anything else before we get out of here?
Captain questions, yo.
Oh, yes.
Get to it.
Yeah, can you pass that, Blau?
Yeah.
First of all, OG Smurf 826 put me onto this. Let me read the email so I get it, or the message so I get it exactly right. Yo,
That should be our theme music now.
where is that shit? He said last thing. Okay. Apparently, the Flagrant 2 Discord raided the Joe Budden podcast Discord, and we're all now banned. Cuck them up a bit. So, I asked Bash about this. Shouts to Bash. And he said they were going to hammer, and apparently they found a tweet from August where they said the Joe Budden podcast Discord is the most flagrant server. They did use our word, which lets us know they're listening, which is cool. But then they just weren't having it in our Discord. They just said, fuck that. And they all got on the Joe Budden Discord and just started going at everybody, calling them ugly, getting kicked off. Then they were using burner accounts and getting on voice and just getting in and flaming the moderators. Just like going to hammer. Dog, we got the gulliest army.
I love the asshole army.
Asshole army don't play.
God damn.
Asshole army don't play.
Fuck.
Okay.
So shouts to the army. I mean, I don't necessarily support it, but it's funny.
No. You leave them alone. They're a good podcast.
They're great people.
They're a good podcast.
Shout out to
Oh,
the show.
100% a good
All this shit,
podcast.
of course.
100%. Just funny is all I'm saying. Tunji Taylor Lewis is the LeBron and Tom Brady thing where they're old and going strong. Is that going to keep going, or are they specifically unique?
I think it'll keep going. Athletes are just getting better treatment, better fucking load management's a thing now. Like motherfuckers are gonna be playing into
their bodies are getting taken care of the ways they were before.
Back then, motherfuckers had to.
But Tom might be out after
snow
this
and
year
shit.
if his continual struggles.
Yeah, he might have finally hit the wall, as people are saying.
Or he just doesn't have anybody to catch the ball.
Yeah, they have no weapons.
Like,
They
who
have
can he
no
throw the ball to?
Yeah.
Yeah, the offense is struggling. But I feel like in the playoffs, they're still a force.
Yeah, they'll find a way, but it's just they need somebody who they can throw the ball to.
Dude, the Ravens, this is crazy because it's his first full year starting, but I feel like this is the year they kind of need to do it. Because the AFC, the Chiefs are looking a little weak. The Chargers are looking done. Who's the Ravens' competition? It's the Patriots, who you just fucking bounced. And you might get home field advantage and play them again. Texans, you just put 41 on. Who else?
Listen,
Might
I
be the
called
Ravens
I called
here.
the Ravens in the beginning of the
Kaz
year.
did call it,
sticking
man.
to it.
Kaz did call it.
That's my AFC champ.
Stuart Oxley, what happened to counting the times that Kaz is tardy to the podcast? Let's get an update on tardiness.
What do we have?
I wasn't going to read this, but then Kaz was late again today.
I wasn't even that late.
You weren't even that late.
I was like 5 minutes
So
late.
what did he
and
say?
Actually, Blau was late, which is why we
No,
didn't
we told
start.
Blau to come at 4. He
Oh.
told him to come halfway through. You probably missed that part because you were late. What's up?
What's the tardy count?
Okay. So. Andrew got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
Akaash, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There you go.
Right. Alex, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Time out. Are you counting the times that
Kaz,
I was here before?
you have.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be so bad.
I want to hear it. Go. How many do you have?
Kazeem Famuyide, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and there was definitely probably a few I didn't count. So let's say 25.
25.
How do you jump up a whole eight?
Did you count today's
latenesses?
lateness?
Oh, it was
First off,
26.
People don't understand. right?
26.
People don't understand. We literally can't start a podcast without Andrew and
No,
Alex.
but we still count his.
Dude, that's what I'm asking you. Are you counting the times that
Alex
I've been
don't
here?
count himself because
There's a-
he's just like, if I get here before y'all, I'm good. We
Exactly.
specifically say
Like,
you gotta get here
Y'all
early.
got an hour head start.
If the room's set up, I'm on time.
That's bullshit.
So-
This is
Bruh,
a corrupt system.
We don't ever
against the
start on
black
time,
man.
yo. You know we never start on time,
But
right?
the room's ready.
What
the
that
room
even
is
mean?
ready.
Mike's not checked.
Alex, there was literally a time you slept walk in here.
Fake news.
What?
Kaz, your shit is egregious, bro. You had like, I'm gonna be honest, you had 19 legit, and Eden definitely missed a couple. I be trying to remind him because I be here waiting, but Kaz wants credit for the times he got here before us.
There was a handful of times that happened.
Yeah, but you know how many times this happened the other way?
Listen, that's all right. First off, if we're starting from the beginning of the year, a lot of those were like me coming from WWE, so those shouldn't count.
Bro, you got
We
fired
just
off of
gotta set
WWE.
what's gonna be
way.
like the penalty, or like we gotta do something.
Yo,
Make
fuck
something
you,
funny.
Alex.
No,
Why
no,
you trying to
something
punish
funny.
me?
Nah, there gotta be something.
No, something
be
funny.
Nah, like, yo, you always try to come for me in some
This
way,
is not
shape,
you.
or form,
Whoever
bro.
loses as well.
Like,
Whoever loses.
This is only a detriment to myself.
We can
Whoever
start
loses-
fresh. We can start fresh.
I've had this thought as well.
We can start
There
fresh.
should be something.
Whoever
Okay,
loses
what
got
is
a
it?
bus and a hooker. What's up? What's up?
I'll just quit. Nah, like what the.
What if we start fresh and then do something funny?
For example, what would it be?
What would it be, Alex?
Hey, but I better be immune this first round. I'm out here 7 tardies killing it.
You gotta do a whole episode with no shirt.
Come on, that's easy. I've done that willingly myself.
A whole episode in your underwear.
Andrew done that with me too.
Son,
That's a
son.
punishment for the winners.
These are not. These are not real punishments. We need good shit.
Hit us up with ideas.
Give us ideas. That's next week's Patreon questions. We will take the best punishments. Oh, fuck. I wanted to do this week.
Yes.
So you know how last week you were talking about the time your mom got drunk?
Yeah.
So when I posted the video, I wanted commenters or people who are on the Patreon to share their favorite stories about seeing their parents
that's
get
great.
drunk for the
That's
first
great.
time.
That's great.
Some of these are terrible, but some of these are actually pretty funny. Let me pick one out. My granddad collects, this is Spencer H. Bagley on Instagram. My granddad collects rare indigenous artifacts he's found in California over the decades. House is a legit museum to the extent museums make him offers. Mom and her sister get drunk one night on scorpions at the Chinese joint down the street. I'm like 9 years old. My mom comes back ripped. Never seen it. She starts swinging her purse like a helicopter, screaming, woo! And accidentally swipes a few 100-year-old vases clean off the countertop, and it shatters against the wall. Scorpions at the Chinese joint is still a tradition. My dad, and one more, I guess I'll read like one or two more. Just robbed DMV. My dad took me to a bar one time, not a nice one either, one with a liquor store attached to it. We were roughhousing in the aisles. we were roughhousing in the aisles, and the clerk told us to stop. So my dad said, "Bitch, don't you ever tell me how to raise my son." And proceeded to punch the bulletproof glass until the tiles in the ceiling fell off. I walked to the bar side and started crying because I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Then a kind of older black wino put his hand on my shoulder to console me and said, "Son, it's gonna be all right, little nigga. Your daddy's just on the sauce." I say back down.
Oh my god!
Oh gosh, let me see if I get one more good one. Pops followed my drunk aunt to make sure she wasn't swerving on her way home. I found out he was trying to keep her drunk ass from swerving by driving in another car drunk as well. Parentheses, drunk logic. Yo, long story short, cop pulls over my aunt. This man with the S on his chest parks down the road and walks over to pull a miracle out of his ass. They both go to jail, and now I'm the only alcoholic on Christmas. There's a bunch of other stories. You can look at the Instagram page on that. But
Send us your
pretty
drunk
funny.
stories, man.
Drunk parent stories are great.
We appreciate y'all.
Shouts.
Yo, thank y'all so much for coming out. Blau, tell them where they can find you. Tell them about the movie. Tell them all the good stuff.
You guys can find me everywhere on Blau Comedy, BLAU Comedy. Listen to the podcast Stiff Socks, me and Trevor Wallace. You can find the movie up there on Amazon, Google Play, or iTunes. Thank y'all.
Golden.
Check it out.
We appreciate y'all. Patreon. We will see you again Tuesday. Some cool little things cooking up. I know that I've been saying this for a minute, but there's some things I've been waiting to announce, but we will announce it when the time is ready.
It's a big enough announcement that it's got mad delays. Let's put it that way.
Put it
There
that
you
way.
go.
Put it that
That's a
way.
good way to put it.
That's fair. We love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for your support, and we'll see you next week. Keep it tight.
Listen.